Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's Andrew and William here from Allegory Gallery.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm William. And we're at home. We're in our home office. We've been working away at home today. Went up to the cottage a little bit, but not much today. Today was mostly trying to focus on moving. It was a moving day. So we cleaned out the garage, which was an undertaking. But we were organizing, cleaning out the garage because we're probably going to have to move a lot of stuff into the garage to get the store cleaned out and probably over to the studio and then work on getting it up to Johnstown. I don't think we're going to be able to do one whole trip, take everything, pack it up, drive it to Johnstown, unload it.
It would be nice.
It would be nice. But I think to make ourselves less crazy, which hopefully will be less crazy in the end, we'll move things here, and then we will move it over to Johnstown when we're prepared up in Johnstown a little better for everything. It is
February's counting down, yeah.
February's counting down. We got to get stuff out, and that's the most important thing right now is getting stuff out. And we'll work on getting stuff in later. I think if Barb would have been here, and I wasn't doing as much shipping as I am, I think we would have been okay or better off. But we're not going to tell her not to go on break.
See that baby.
Yeah, she got to see the baby. She's spending some time with friends. And she is not a person that takes this kind of time for herself very often. Like, this is a big stretch of time. And she's usually until the grandbaby came, she's been very home oriented. She's a very kind of home person. And so we're glad to see her out and doing things. So Cheryl says, positive vibes, it'll all work out. Yes, it's going to work out. We just have to my brain right now is getting things out because we don't want to stand in the way of other people moving into our space and all of that stuff and delaying everybody else. That's where my mind is. Getting stuff up to Johnstown, that'll happen. And that'll happen when it happens and as quickly as we can make that happen. But we are having, pretty good days doing these lives this way and doing things online only right now. We're getting to take some road trips and doing some things like that.
Spoiled, William.
I know. And I'm like, if we could do this all the time, what do we need a store for? But we do want a store. We just want to make sure we do it right and not rush it. So we're still planning to open kind of toward the end of March. But middle-ish. It was mid-March. We're probably a week later than that right now is what the goal is.
We're still waiting for permits. So the thing is that like with the city, we can't rush them.
Yeah.
So it has to happen when they say that.
It is when it happens, right? Hello, Marianne. Hello, Facebook user. I have a Facebook user here. I'm not sure who you are. If you're coming up like this for us, you just need to go to streamyard.com/Facebook. That's STREAMYARD.com, streamyard.com/Facebook. And you can authenticate your name and face so I know who you are. Cheryl says, hey, cuties. Hello back, Cheryl. I hope everything's going well. I know you were talking about Larry getting another vet appointment, a doctor appointment. So hopefully that goes well. I don't know when that is. I don't think that was happening yet, but you said you had started the process. So hopefully we're sending good thoughts for Larry out there. Susan is here with us. Hello, Susan. Good to see you here. Hope all is good in your world out there.
Which Susan?
Susan Surreal.
Howdy.
Teresa is here. Hello, Teresa. Says hello, William, Andrew, and AG Bead fam. Thank you all for joining us. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people today. I know we're heading into the weekend. Sometimes our Fridays are really good viewer days, and sometimes they're like, oh, not a lot of people. So you never know. You never know. But we're glad that you're here if you're here, and we hope that you will say hi and let us know that you're here. Cheryl says, still waiting to hear back on an appointment date. Thanks so much. Good. Hopefully all is good. Sandra says, hi y'all. Unfortunately, I'm at work tonight. Last push for this big project. Glad to see you on. Oh no, stuck at work? Sandra, what's going on? On a gemstone day, Sandra? But glad that you're able to sneak on here a little bit at least. And hopefully that big push on the big project goes well for you. You know, big projects, it's always good when you can feel them like, whew, right? That's like our move right now. I'll be glad when we can go, whew, and we can stand back and look at our store and be like, oh, we did this. It's all done. We'll see you next weekend. But that'll be nice. And so I hope it all goes well for you too. Please hit the share button. Share this, everyone. Let people know we exist. Let people know we've got really good gemstones for you. Andrew and I were talking about this a little today. A lot of the gemstones that we got, we're trying to get things at all price points, but a lot of these, I shouldn't say a lot, a number of these are on the higher end. And we know that. We know that. And this is one of our vendors that we're working with right now that we're showing you that is sometimes has the higher end stuff. So I wanted to reiterate again that you can use Afterpay on any of our invoices, which means that Afterpay gives you the option, if you're approved, there is an approval process, and it's handled all by them. We have no anything to do with it. But it gives you the option. It's one of those that you can break things down into 4 payments without interest, or you can spread it out over, I think, 6 or 12 months with interest rates that vary. So those are available on every single invoice we send out. That's always available to you. You have to qualify, I know, and it's a thing, but that's available. We also understand that sometimes not everyone qualifies for that. We have been in situations where we don't qualify for things like that from time to time, depending on our business and how things are going. We get it. Sometimes you're up against something that, like I said yesterday, you are working on doing something for a show and you have a show coming up and you know that if you got these gemstones, it would really help. You could make something real quick, turn that money around, and be able to pay these off even more quickly if you could get that stuff. So if the Afterpay isn't working for you, you can always write to us. If you are a long-standing supporter, somebody who we recognize, somebody who has done a lot of business with us, and you can write to us and ask us about payment terms that we will handle. Now, these are, on a case-by-case basis. Please don't get upset if we say no. It has everything to do with, our dynamic, how long you've been with us, the entire history we've had together. That all goes into it. But there is a possibility that we can work on something like sending you invoices. We'll break up your payment into multiple invoices. We'll send you a repeating invoice that you pay every so often. It'll come out to you every so often until that amount is paid off. So that's always a possibility if you've had a relationship with us. So that's another way of doing that. We don't do that very often. And we don't offer that all the time, but that is something that during these kind of shows, when we have, this is like the Tucson experience, this is like the one-of-a-kind kind of thing, right? It's once a year kind of thing that this kind of happens. And we understand that sometimes that's needed. And sometimes that helps because we've been in that situation. As many of you know, we recently had an angel investor who helped us get casting equipment. That would not have been possible for us without that. And that's something that really is going to help us, and we're very excited about. So, we get it, and we understand, and we're always willing to help as much as we can. That's who we are. We didn't grow up with a lot of money. Andrew and I both didn't have a lot of money growing up. And I think the older I get, I was spoiled as a kid by my grandparents and my aunt, but the older I get and the more I look back on things and the more I understand, yes, we as kids were spoiled, but my mom did not have a lot of money. And we as a family did not have a lot of money. Like, so for Christmas and things, we were spoiled. For new school clothes and things like that, my grandparents always did that. We were spoiled in certain ways. But when I really look back on things, like I realize how much we didn't have. And, um, not saying that that's a bad thing. Not like, oh, well, realizing you didn't have anything. No, I like my mom did without a lot, and we did without a lot, but we didn't feel like it all the time. Andrew did without a lot as well, and did not have a lot of money, and so, we understand that, not everyone like some of these. To some people, these prices are, we try and make them as amazing as possible. To some people, somebody could come in and buy all of these and they could buy us out, right? There are people out there that have that. We're not those people. And we try to make sure we cater to not just those people. I would love it if somebody would come and buy all of these at once tonight. That would be amazing. But we try to make sure that we have things and possibilities for everybody because we believe that nice higher end goods should not only be for people who it's easy to afford this stuff. Sometimes you have to work for it a little more, and I certainly know how that is. Andrew knows how that is, but you should be able to attain things, right? Anyway, so that's that. I wanted to mention that. Sandra says launch is next Friday. Been working for this for 1.5 years. Wow. That's a long launch time, right? Well, hopefully all goes well. We're sending good energy out. Sylvia, hello from California. Thanks for joining us, Sylvia. Let's see here. Susan said it snowed here today. We had thunder snow. Considering Wednesday's high was in the low 60s, this is quite the change. That's awesome. That's kind of awesome, kind of not. I don't know. Thunder snow is pretty cool. We don't get that very often. But we've had no snow. We've had little flits. I shouldn't say none, but nothing that's going to lay on the ground. Like it's in the air and then it hits the ground and it's gone. Hello, Lennis. Mary says, don't you just love late winter, early spring? It's not like today. It was like in the 30s here, I think. And it was chilly, but it wasn't too bad. It was pretty sunny today, if I remember correctly. I was in the garage a lot of the day, but it felt like it was sunny. I didn't have to, squint too much inside the garage. We had the doors open and we were working, and I was like, had coats coming off and sweaters coming off and all that, because I was getting warmed up from moving things. But yeah, it was a pretty good time, I think. Pretty good day. And for winter, for us especially, yeah, Susan says we've had very little snow this winter. Yeah, we've had almost no snow. We had one storm that came through, I think, that had snow, and that was about it. So it's Friday. Do y'all have plans for the weekend? What are our plans?
Some of y'all are going to Mythicon in Gettysburg.
Mythicon? Some of y'all, who's going to Mythicon out there?
Donna Hoblet is already there.
Oh, we haven't seen her in the live for a while.
My friend Janessa is going tomorrow.
Andrew's trying to tempt me into going.
We do have to move.
We do have to move. Yes. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I did win a scholarship to take an online class with Tanya Crane.
That's tomorrow
morning.
So Andrew will be taking an online class tomorrow morning. Lena says, I wish Jenny is there teaching.
She's making books, right?
Marion said, it's a holiday weekend in Alberta, family day. That's nice. Cheryl says, awesome, Andrew.
Oh, the scholarship?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try. If you want, you can also apply for it. as well.
Get those scholarships, y'all.
Those ones that's done on a rolling basis. So if you see one you want to take, they knock about 50% off.
That's good. Marion says it was 5 this morning, sunny, and 34 this afternoon. That's quite the rise. Lena says, yep, mixed media books.
I sliced my knee out though this morning.
Yeah, Andrew came out of the bedroom.
It was so dark for some reason. It was dark today. Most of the day, I feel like today was.
I was just saying it was sunny. I thought it was sunny. I don't know. We were in the garage, so I don't know. I said I feel like there was enough light when the doors open. We didn't have to like squint for stuff, but I don't know if it was really sunny here or not.
No, it was dark.
Anyway, Andrew got up and we had moved some things around up here, and apparently some of his blacksmithing stuff got positioned not so greatly. And he came out and scraped his knee and cut open his knee on some of his
the end of a metal rod. So,
that's the danger of an artist house. There are all different things all over. You think you're safe and you may not be. Another reason we don't have a lot of people over very often. Susan says,
they'll say that's the reason.
Yeah. Susan says, what I really dislike is having polar cold weather, then 70-degree weather a few days later. It's jarring to my system. Mine too. Like yeah. I was telling Andrew, I was finally getting used to the cold a little bit. Then when we had those like 50, 60-degree days, I'm like sweating. And then you get like, you're like, oh, this is getting to be nice. And then the cold comes again. And you're like,
I just want it to be nice all the time.
Just nice, pleasant all the time.
We'll have to learn how to battle the human-sized ticks, but...
Yeah. Facebook user says, it's Susie Wyatt. Hey, Susie. I remember moving from Florida to Alexandria, Virginia, and staying up all night to see the thunder snow, but it never happened. I do love snow falling at night, though. Very peaceful. Yes.
I don't like it.
When it blankets everything and calms everything down. Andrew's like, I can do without it. That's all right.
That's
pretty, but he's like, I can watch that on TV.
I know. That's not from me.
Susan says, my ladies' luncheon was canceled tomorrow due to the weather, so Hubs and I will grab a pizza and do a little grocery and pet store shopping. Nice.
Great.
That sounds like a good day together.
For the canceling.
Yeah, it's not great that they canceled due to weather, but at least you and your Hubs gets to do something together. Sunday we will help with and attend a pilot project meeting. So kind of busy tomorrow and Sunday. Sounds like you're busy. Pilot, P-I-L-O-T. I don't know what that is.
Who is that?
Susan.
Susan Surreal. That should be fun.
Mm-hmm. Harry is here. Hello, Harry. Thanks for joining us.
She's always doing stuff for her community.
Mm-hmm. The snow looked really beautiful. Hubs grumped about shoveling. Yes, I grump about shoveling too.
Like it. Every year I hurt my back a little bit. And it's like, it's just going to melt.
Right.
It's literally, especially in southwestern Pennsylvania, wait a day and it'll melt.
Yeah, it's like, why are we out here doing this? And it's like, if you're out, I mean, it helps the people that need to get in. Like, I get it. Like the mail carriers, even though, sometimes it's easier to walk when it's not completely shoveled or it turns to ice.
It gets
slippy, as we say here. And maybe emergency services if those are needed. But otherwise, like, can't we just let it melt?
That's one nice thing. Well, I guess if we were more out in the country, we'd have to, like, do...
We hardly ever shoveled when we were growing up. Hardly ever. Like,
yeah, but your mom has, like, used to have a snow fence so she could get in and out.
That was at her house there. At our house growing up, though, we didn't need that. We did have to plow, I guess. My dad had to plow all the time, though. But my dad also plowed other people all winter. So they would call him, he'd make some extra money by plowing people out.
Did he have a tractor?
No, he had a truck with a plow.
Oh.
Yeah. Lena says, we had impromptu date night. Then came home to winterize the house for tonight. It's supposed to get cold
It was
It
dropping.
got cold last night. It's supposed to get colder tonight, and I think cold again tomorrow here. And then I think it's starting to go up again.
Are you going to Mythicon on this?
I think she said, I wish. I don't think,
Oh,
yeah, I don't, she said, I wish. Yeah, Jenny is teaching.
it's like 3 hours away for us, so it's not super close.
Yeah.
Our friend Kest is gonna be there. If you want, they are a metalsmith. They make metal masks out of copper.
Cool.
Super cool stuff. If you go, stop by and say hello, or if you know anybody. I think it's like kind of slow today, so they weren't having a great day.
That's hard.
So I know what that's like when you're at
Especially,
a show.
did they get snow there?
I don't know, but I know where we were yesterday. It was kind of miserable.
Yeah.
So
Like if it did anything like that there today, no wonder they're slow.
and that's like in the middle of the state, so
Yeah.
I can understand. Is there anybody watching on Instagram?
We do have a few people over there, at least had tuned in. Don't know if they stayed. Rose and Amethyst joined. Trish Hackman was there. Pittsburgh Hills again joined us. The Family Lucas again joined. KSSW4762 joined. Helena Rios de Souza joined. So if you're out there again, or still, thank you for watching. Harry says, we had 4.5 inches overnight. It was so bright last night. I woke at 4 a.m. and never got back to sleep. Yikes.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
What did you do? I'm sure you made some pots of bread.
Probably
Some
did. Yeah, you
necklaces,
got to work,
synthesizer.
right? Got to work. I know you showed the new toy you got on the my Triers group for William Tries Things, but I have not gotten to look at it or listen to it yet. So I need to go and see what that's all about. Susan says pilot is payments in lieu of taxes. It's directed toward our local university, which is the biggest landlord in the area. Every time they buy property, it takes tax dollars from this town. Oh.
We have a similar situation happening in our town.
A school that buys up
But
things.
we're not going to name names because I'm friends with some of those people. So.
Right.
But they do some things.
They do own some properties. Hello, Susie. Our neighbor is here. Thank you for joining us. The university is nonprofit and pays no taxes. Everyone else's taxes go up.
Same thing here, and makes it so that small businesses can't get real estate.
Yeah, we've run into that part of it too.
We know that flavor.
So
we
yeah,
run out of town. Not quite, but you know.
Yeah. So what else? What are we're gonna do the class? You're gonna do the class tomorrow morning.
That's exciting. I love Tanya Crane. She is a great instructor. If you get a chance,
you love taking classes with her.
She's just a wonderful person. I just want to I don't know, follow her around and be fangirl style all the time. But I think she'd get kind of annoyed with it. I did take 4 classes in a row with her while she was in the Pittsburgh area, in Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna maximize your exposure time. Yeah.
I hope you get along because I'm gonna see you a lot. And we had a great time. We went to the caverns one day.
Yeah, even I got to go to that. That was cool. I've grown up here and never went to the caverns before.
Bring your significant other
to the caverns, right? To the work day. Suzanne says, I'm here. Hello, Suzanne. Thanks for tuning in. Harry says, I made one necklace today, then a bowl in clay, a moon pendant, and some beads. Then this afternoon, I painted and made some AI art. Nice. That's a lot of stuff to do.
I am one day I'll be as productive as Harry.
I know. I do not feel anywhere near as productive as you, Harry.
No.
At all.
Never. I get a lot of stuff done, but not like that.
Right. We aspire to that.
Are you on drugs?
Me?
No. Harry.
Harry?
You on them uppers or whatever? You don't have to answer.
Marianne says, I had a nap.
That's also good. Productive.
That's necessary sometimes.
You know, I'm seeing the way of the nap. because
Now that you're trying to get on a day schedule.
I think it's one of those things where I was always too hard on myself. I never let myself rest. And what I'm realizing is that I was running myself into the ground, and like I noticed
Yeah, you were.
that. But it's hard to break that cycle.
Well, you breaking that cycle, you're going to be able to do less. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing when you're used to doing so much, and then you feel guilty if you do less, but you have to do less in order to get some rest.
Yeah. I was like, if I keep doing this, I'm gonna be dead. So
Yeah.
So anyway.
Lena says the Europeans have it right. We need a break in the day to rest.
Like siesta.
Siesta time.
Nap time.
Nap time. Yeah. I think it's a good thing. Harry says, I did have a nap for an hour. My art is simple, where Andrew, your art is much more complex.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I mean, me looking at it as not calling myself an artist, but looking at it just from the outside. Harry, you are coming up with something new every day.
I like that.
That's what Andrew was talking about, how people don't realize how hard it is to be creative all the time. And like, you don't just, you make a new necklace every day, or you make a piece of jewelry, or you make some ceramic every day.
Like, breakfast is not easy.
And that takes a lot of brain power and a lot of, that using your brain, which wears you out. They've proven that your brain uses most or a large chunk of your energy in a day. And to keep that creativity going, that's a lot. Okay, I gotta plug my phone in. First I had to plug my mouse in, now I have to plug my phone in.
But thank you, I appreciate it. I'm trying to get where I embrace
compliments.
No,
you still can't do that.
I'm still Asian, can't do that. But embracing more simplicity in my artwork, because I love things that are less labored, and I want to make. I can't help it. I just keep noodling away, and it would be nice to have things that, like some of the stages I look through because I take progress photos sometimes. And I was like, why didn't I just stop right there? It's like amazing right here. And then I kept going.
Noodling away.
But that's hindsight.
Marion says, it is a fine art and time is precious. Waste it wisely. Naps qualify.
Waste it wisely.
There
I
you
like
go.
That.
Susan.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Waste it wisely. Susan says, my dad was a champion napper and I take after him that way. My grandfather, he worked hard every day, but he believed in naps.
Because he got up at the behind crack of dawn.
Yes, he usually was not even light when he got up, and he'd have his Oreos for breakfast, and he'd walk down to get the paper, which was like his driveway. Walking his whole driveway down to get the paper and back was about a mile.
That's smart.
So yeah, he'd get up with his dogs, eat some Oreos, because usually my grandmother hadn't gotten up yet, and she was the one who usually made breakfast. So
she'd stay up late.
She would stay up later,
reading
the Amish books, watching some TV, doing the jumble in the newspaper, and then he would go down for the newspaper, which was about a mile walk all the way, and then he'd start getting his work clothes and go out for the day. This is after he retired, and he would go out into the field or into the woods and chop down trees or haul wood or clean up the woods and make a bonfire, or just mow the grass. Lots of stuff.
Upkeep.
Lots of upkeep. Lots of just to keep things going. Go and shovel, pits for the water to flow down the driveway so it didn't ruin the driveway. He just kept busy all the time. And then he would come in around noon when my grandmother, he'd have breakfast at one point. He'd come in around noon. It was noon, 6 o'clock was supper or dinner. And he would have lunch, go back out, and then he would have dinner, and usually, I think it was usually after dinner, he would take a nap from like 6:30 till 7:30 or so. And if it was still light, he'd get back up and go out. And then he'd come in, get showered, sit and read the paper and watch the news, and he'd be in bed pretty much right after the news, if he even made it to the news. Sometimes the paper was his only news. But he napped almost every single day. But he was in bed probably by 10 or 11 most days, and get up by 4 or 5.
Isn't it interesting how different people's schedules are?
Yeah. And my grandmother, she got up a little bit later than him. She still got up pretty early, probably 8, 9, but she would stay up later. She would stay up and watch the Tonight Show, like sometimes the late night show, and then she would go to bed.
I used to not give her trouble, but I would say, "What them Amish people get up to in your books?"
Yep.
She'd just smile.
Yeah.
She's like, and then she'd be like, "Wow."
Yep. Susan says, yes, Dad left the house by 6:30 every morning.
Well, your grandpa, he worked in the steel mill.
He worked in the steel mill. I think he ended up being a foreman in the steel mill for many years. He originally, I'm trying to think of all the things he used to do. My mom was telling me different things I didn't even realize. Like, he had his own little nursery for a while.
Oh, really?
So in my mom's property now, they own the house below hers. And some of the shrubs and some of the very tall trees that are still there, there's arborvitae that's still there that's like crazy tall. It was all from his patch. And so he would do landscaping. He was a landscaper too, which I didn't know. So during his landscaping, he would plant his own things to take to the landscaping jobs so that he could sell them as he did the landscaping too. So he did that for a while, but he ended up in the steel mill, and he came out of retirement, I think, 2 different times as the steel mill went through buyouts and transitions, and they kept bringing him back to teach people how to use the big machines and things.
I can't imagine. Well, I actually can't imagine, because we, at the Center for Metal Arts, every September, they have kind of like an open house, and it's called the Cambria Iron Festival.
Mm.
And so you get to see like the big hammers running, and you see them working on huge pieces of steel.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind.
I was watching, there's a video that I have, and I don't know if it was his division it must have been his. They won an award at some point, and I don't think he was named in the video, but he got one of the videos, and of course my grandmother saved it. It's on a VHS, and I had transferred it over to digital, and they show them with these giant long rods of molten metal going through these machines, and they're pushing them through these giant tongs, and it's just really crazy to think that that's what he did for most of his life.
If you find it, send it to me, and then
I think it's in my cloud.
I'll send it to Pat.
Yeah.
Because I know they're always interested in kind of like preserving the history of the steelworks there.
Yeah. Harry says, in high school, I always had morning chores at 5 a.m., milking cows by hand and then getting cleaned up and have breakfast and on the bus by 7. I've always been an early riser. I have never been an early riser. My mom was never an early riser, although she kind of is now. Now it's to the point, like, I have to wonder, like, normally 1 or 2 in the morning growing up, and when I was in college and in New York, 1 or 2 in the morning, I didn't have to think about texting my mom. It was just like I could text her and I knew she would be up. Now I worry about waking her up with the phone noise or anything if I text at that time, because sometimes she goes to bed early now.
You know, we read that etiquette thing. They said it's
your
responsibility to turn off your phone.
I know, but
I can't help it. I'm like, I got a finite amount of time to do work. If I wake you up, sorry.
Yeah.
You need to turn off no notifications.
I know I should not worry about it, because people know how to, like, my mom knows how to turn off her notifications. But also, that's the thing, like, I have, for example, Andrew doesn't know this. He's going to learn it now, probably. His message buzzes my watch no matter what time of day it is. No matter what it is, when it is, if I'm sleeping, my watch buzzes for him. So when he sends me a text message, sometimes he does wake me up. But I have that because that's an emergency thing. Like if he needed to get a hold of me and
To watch that cat meme,
needed to wake me up. Yeah.
that emergency cat
So
meme.
I think my mom has me set up that way, which is one of the reasons I don't text her specifically in the early morning. And we have that in the family set up that way between like my aunt, my mom, me, I think, because we all wear the Apple Watch generally. And if we needed to be woken up, it would vibrate, it would make noise, it would make a sound.
Videos I send you?
Sometimes I do watch them, but it's only through like Apple messages.
Oh.
It's only that. Everything else gets silenced. But if you send me a real text message, it vibrates at any hour.
Even if it says "Do not disturb."
Yep, you come through.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're privileged.
I'm special.
You, my mom, my aunt. Generally, those are the privileged. There are a few people else on there too.
I'll say, look at this cat meme now.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
so I also have stopped wearing my watch as much lately, which is not probably good. But there comes a point sometimes that there are too many notifications sometimes, and sometimes you just have to cut the notifications out of your life and deal with life as it is. And so that's like kind of gotten to that point a little bit, with everything going on, the move and the my other job stuff and just everything became a lot. And I stopped wearing my watch more as often because I couldn't deal with notification after notification, feeling like I needed to constantly be on.
I mean, we're on a lot.
Yeah.
So
I'm not good at, like, when I get a notification, I'm not good at saying I can reply to this later.
Neither of us are.
We're both like.
That's like why we have to leave the store phone at the store.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, isn't that a cell phone? I was like, we cannot be doing this on call.
No.
We're not no doctor or drug dealer.
No. No, it used to be when we first started the store, we used to bring the store phone home.
Yeah, and people would message me in the middle of the night and they'd be like, I need size 8 seed beads. And I'd be like, are you bleeding? And they'd be like, no, why? And it's like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I get it. Sometimes you're in
that zone
mode and you like need what you need when you need it. And I was that.
We've all been there.
And sometimes I will meet somebody in the middle of the night. It looks a little suspicious.
Right.
But like Nettie, we had a impromptu pajama party at the store the one day because she's like, I need to go shopping, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, all right, come on down.
Let's go. She lived right across the street. Like, all right, come on down. Yeah. So Susan says the feline overlords demand we get up at 6 a.m. to serve them breakfast. To avoid trouble, we comply. Ours, we have. I'm not going to say trained hours, but ours follow our schedule.
Babette didn't.
Babette didn't so much.
She had a schedule and she had to keep it.
She did like to keep it, but with Barnaby and Gilbert, Barnaby usually cuddles with me at night. He's sitting in my lap now. He just jumped up, and he will lay in bed with me most days, almost until I get up. Like if I start to move and turn, he'll start to get up and wonder, and then if I don't get up, he lays back down. And he's very good about it. Now, Gertie hasn't learned this yet. And Gertie, at a certain time, starts digging at me. Like,
she's
with her little claws. With her claws. She's like, you're not up yet. Why aren't you up yet? Get up now. Are you okay?
She's concerned about everybody.
She is.
If I want her to come to me and she won't come, I will go on Instagram and I find the video of the kitten screaming.
Andrew does this.
Play it and she'll run to me.
She runs over, playing with that little girl's emotions. Marion says the queen of the house demands her food as soon as I get up too. Well, they do eat as soon as we get up. So, as soon as I get up. When I get up, they know they're going to eat. They eat before I take my pills in the day, before I take my vitamins, before I go to the bathroom. That's their first. But sometimes they don't get to wake me up. That's not the way this works. But we also have them, they're used to their schedule, which is pretty much my schedule. Marianne says I do comply. Susan
Mine,
says,
they don't mess with me.
no, they know Andrew doesn't feed them. They don't, nothing with food, nothing, doesn't have
They
anything
don't
to
sleep
do.
on my side either.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I would like to cuddle sometimes, but they also know that, like, when I go to sleep, I go to sleep.
Yep.
And I'm not afraid to move the cat. He will contort his body, and he wakes up, and the next day he's like, I'm in so much pain, I don't know why. And it's like, I know. I'm going to take a picture of you.
Because you had 5 cats that you were like pinned down by.
You done Cirque du Soleil yourself
It's
and
true.
make a pretzel.
I do. Marianne says,
like,
nope, bathroom is first, cat second, coffee third.
He said, I don't want to wake them up. I said, you know what? They sleep all the time. I sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours. I get preference.
Sanders says, if I'm not up by regular time, Sweet Pea will paw me like, are you okay? It's Sweet. Yes, that is what not Tallulah. Tallulah just jumped up on the table. That is what Gertie does. Babette used to paw at my mouth.
She'd touch your nose.
She'd touch my nose or she'd touch my lip. And that was to tell me, 1, check on me, 2, it's time to eat. She's like, touch your face, touch your mouth, time to eat. She was a sweetie.
Smart.
Yeah, they were very smart. The other day, Smokey bit my hubs on the cheek at 8:15 a.m. to get him up. He got up, but to tend to his wound.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good at all. Harry says, I turn the coffee pot on before I feed the cats. I don't make the coffee in the morning generally. Andrew usually makes it the night before. I used to when I drank some coffee sometimes. But now it's just I get up, do the cat food, then I go down into the basement, go to the bathroom, get ready for the day, get dressed, and then I come up and take my pills and my vitamins and all my stuff. So anyway, all right.
We have been doing lately that we don't usually do is eat lunch.
Yeah, we've been trying to eat more throughout the day instead of just waiting to one big thing at night, which has
like a snake.
Yeah, which has been, I think it's been nice, and it keeps me less jittery and like throughout the day. But also, we don't eat as much at night now, so I don't have that food coma as much.
I still get it.
I get it sometimes because usually I'll still have like a double portion, but it's not like the triple portion for all the meals we missed.
I'm uncomfortable to sleep after.
It is. So this has been working out. Surprise, eating more than once a day works. Marion says, my very first cat used to blow into my dad's face to let him out. They're smart. Right, Byron?
Did you see that one? That, of course, you didn't see it because you don't watch the videos I send you. But they had this cat that was singing on the internet, and they made like a song, and they like auto-tuned it and stuff, and it was pretty cute. And somebody trained their cat to sing along with the song of the cat. And then Sheila, my sister, was like, do you play this for your cats? I said, hell no, I'm not going to teach them the song of their people. The song of revolution.
Song of revolution. Yeah. No.
Their anthem of overthrow the overlords.
No, that's no good. And Andrew, he's like, you don't watch the things I send you. If he sends them on text message, I look. I don't look at any of my other messages. I don't look at Facebook messages generally. I don't look at Instagram messages generally. I don't need more than one messaging system. It's too much. That's why. I'm not ignoring everything he sends me.
All them cute cat videos.
Just hit send by text instead of send messenger.
Well, now I know.
You know.
No, you just told me.
You know. I've told you. I said I only look at text messages.
Now I know the true. The way.
The way. That's going to buzz me all night long now.
Mm-hmm.
I just did it to myself. Everybody, you see that? I walked into that trap.
You're welcome.
All
But
right,
your life
everybody.
will be so rich with
So rich
cats.
with cat memes. Oh, at least I'll know what Andrew's talking about if I remember it
know.
from the middle of the night, waking up.
And funny children.
Funny children. Okay, let's flip this camera around. Let's look at some gemstones. So today we have more gemstones from Tucson. So we virtually shopped Tucson since we couldn't go there this year, and we have lots of good stuff for you today.
All different price points.
Yeah, all different price points. I know I said at the beginning we have a lot of higher end, but we get something for everyone.
There is a lot of really nice.
Yeah, there's some really nice stuff in this, some fun stuff in this,
I made
some
sure
unusual
to
stuff.
it a little bit better today.
So he didn't give away the things he wanted.
And I can claim it for myself.
Yeah, because we may have sold some of Andrew's stuff yesterday. I don't know.
The ones that I had personally selected for my own particular use.
So I say, you don't help me set this up, you don't get to keep your own gemstones. Hello, Emily. Thanks for tuning in. You're tuning in just in time to see all the gemstones today. We're going to give you lot numbers. They start with TG for Tucson Gems. They're going to start with TG 51 today. We're going to go up to 100. We have 50 lots for you. So TG 51, if you would like to claim, for example, that one, send TG 51 in the subject of an email that is addressed to info@allegorygallery.com. Hit send on that email. That's all you have to do. If you have a question about something, you can ask here while we're live. If you're watching this in the review or the rewatch, you can send us a question via email. But please, in the subject line, don't just put the lot number, put question about TG51, for example. Otherwise, I think it's a claim, and all I do is I take it and I put it on a spreadsheet with your name. Because that's how I quickly spreadsheet everything out, is by just looking at those subject lines. And if you don't say anything but the lot number, that's our way to claim.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. And so, yeah, let me put that banner up so y'all can have that information just in case you forget or you tune in and you're new and you're watching and now you're not watching, or you were watching and you're not watching, and whatever.
You've been pretty good about invoicing.
I've been invoicing every night. Pretty much every single night right after the live. I do up the spreadsheet, which takes some time. Sometimes the invoices probably don't come out for an hour or so because it takes a long time sometimes to do up the spreadsheet, get all the multiples that we have of things and make sure they're marked on the spreadsheet, and then go through the emails, go through the spam, go through all that, make sure everything's time-stamped right, all that. And then I'm sending out the invoices. So
you've been really good.
I've been trying to be good about it so that everyone knows how much they're spending and what's going on. And if you got something that you hope to get, or if you missed out on something, you can replace it with something else. We're trying to make sure you can do that. The other thing, I think there are like 2 people that maybe I have emails for that I have not gotten to with some lot numbers from some of the previous lots. Maybe. I can't remember if I did them or not. Sometimes I do things and I forget. I have to check my flag stuff tonight. Also tonight, by the way, we haven't mentioned a thing about it since Tuesday or Wednesday. This Saturday morning tutorial.
Tomorrow.
It's going to come out tomorrow morning. I have to do it tonight. Luckily, it's a short one. All this week I kept thinking, I should just do that. I should just do that tonight. And then we've been so, with our road trip happening, not happening some days, all that stuff, I just didn't get to it. There were some nights, like last night, I was up pretty late because after I invoiced everybody last night, we had to cook. Andrew cooked dinner while I went up to the cottage to make sure the pellet stove was working and check on things up there and do a few things up there. Do some shipping and some more. I did more combining and sorting. And then we also got chips and salsa. We were talking about that last night.
I didn't eat any until today.
I know. You were so tired last night. I don't know how you finished cooking because you were like at the stove. It was a long day. a long day
I
after
think it's
driving
a lot
and
of long days in a row.
yeah. So that has been so I've been trying to be good though about getting those invoices out to everybody. But the Saturday morning tutorial didn't get done. So it's going to get done tonight. I'm going to make time for that before I go up to the cottage and check on everything tonight. I'm going to do that. And Cheryl says, yippee. I know you love the Saturday morning tutorial. It is a beautiful pair of earrings that she does this week. I don't actually know if Jen has sent me the picture for the Saturday morning tutorial. Before it gets too late, I need to remind her to send me the picture because she usually takes a picture. I didn't get a picture of it this week. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for tuning in. And let's see. Emily says, are you getting snow tomorrow? 3 to 5 inches here in the Poconos. No, we're not. There's no snow in our forecast at all. At least there wasn't as of this afternoon.
It kind of looked like it was coming down a little bit.
There's some flits of snow, but it doesn't. It hits the ground and just turns to water. Mm-hmm. It's not
Thank
anything.
Goodness. I don't want to do no moving in the snow.
No. Luckily, we've not had to so far. All right. So let me turn this camera around, and
I know some people have offered to help us move.
Susan says we have snow now. We have snow out there now?
Is it snowing now? We don't look out the window.
We haven't looked out the window since we've been in here getting ready for this.
I know it's coming down when I was.
It just did it again. This camera is making me crazy lately.
They did an update and something.
My camera keeps going
vertical.
Yeah.
They did an update and it makes me a little bit wild too.
Okay, come on, Barnaby. I love you, bud, but we gotta do the work now, Barn. Okay, real quick, just while I'm thinking about it though, everybody, if you don't mind, I'm gonna text Jen and have her send me the photos.
Yeah, hopefully you all are having a good weekend. Got some things planned. We've got some things that we're going to be doing. I'm excited again for Tanya Crane. She's a really wonderful friend. I'll go ahead and say friend. But also an inspiration. If you don't know her work, check it out. She just won a huge award, a big award for being an arts educator. And
what did I do?
I don't know.
What number is that? No.
TG 51.
I started at 61. So we have 40 lots tonight. I thought it felt short. I was like, what is going on? This is the wrong number.
Well,
well, we'll start at 61, and Andrew can work on maybe doing these.
Yeah, I'll do a quick tutorial, and you can do the 10. How about that? We'll do an impromptu.
Impromptu? All right.
Let me get the cutter real quick.
Here you go. How about that, everybody? Because I was like, I felt like we didn't have as many lots tonight. And I was like, what is going on? And then I just realized we started at 61. So Andrew's going to do a quick tutorial with y'all. How about that? Y'all like that? Hopefully. Who knew? And then I'm going to get like 10 more lots together for y'all while we do that. And then we'll start the show. And I'm going to look out the window here since Susie says we have snow. Holy moly, we do. That snow showed up out of nowhere. Yeah, the ground's covered in snow. Who knew?
Great.
Great.
Just in time for the moving.
Looks like people are excited for the tutorial. Sorry, y'all. You're a little bit...
All right, so here's the first thing that I'll show you.
Where's my Sharpie? Oh,
We got one day we'll have it where this isn't so precariously balanced.
my Sharpie over there.
Everything is like perfectly at knee gouging level.
He's already been through that once today.
I know. I do that every day. Like somebody must think that I'm like in rugby or something because I have all these like weird bruises. All right, so the one of the things I've been doing is I've been trying to raise money for William's birthday class, and I really wanted to go to the one in Massachusetts too, but I don't know if we're going to be able to swing both of them. But that would be real nice. So one of the things I've been doing is working on these. So these are enameled pendants that I've acid etched the surface, and they did graphite and some other different things on them. And then here's a surprise. I put little Latin quotes on all the backs.
Oh, I haven't even seen all those.
So one thing you may notice is that I'm not touching the surface, and the reason why is because the surface oils of your hands can cause problems. So I don't want to cause problems, so I'm not going to do it. So this is one thing. It may look real fiddly how I'm handling these, but this is how I get them not to have issues. And what I mean by that is sometimes the oil acts as a resist and can kind of have things not stick to the surface of the enamel properly. So this one is this one. And that one I had done mica on, some mica powders earlier, but I don't know if I'm going to still keep them. But I had talked about doing this a while ago, and having these like battle bunnies. If you ever have a chance to look at some medieval manuscripts, they have these bunny rabbits doing all kinds of crazy things, chopping things off and doing all kinds of stuff. These battle bunnies. And so I love those. I love anything that's kind of a little bit weird. And I would consider that a little bit weird. And so I was going to do some ornaments for Christmas of battle bunnies, but I did not get a chance. So these ones are in enamel, and this one says "Love conquers all." More love. That one means conquer, and the omnia means all. Like I'm an omni crafter. I do all the crafts. Anyway, so these ones will be fired in the kiln again. And what will happen is that the graphite will fuse to the surface of the enamel. And what there are certain pigments and minerals and things like that that won't burn out. So there are things like titanium dioxide, which is used to make white a lot of times. That doesn't burn out because it's titanium, it's metal. And so that will also stick. And then mica powders, that's also mineral based. Those also don't burn out. So those will stick to the surface. Now, for me, sometimes you can't necessarily put a clear coat of vitreous enamel, which is enamel that is cooked in the kiln. So what I do is I will put UV resin on top just to protect it. It's another layer because on the surface you can scratch sometimes if you like took a nail like or a file or a tool or whatever, you can actually scratch it. So especially with like enamel paints, it's a very thin layer. Um, so that's why I put the UV. Somebody asked me why I do that, and because you don't necessarily have to do that. Some people don't do that, but I like to do it. Uh, Maybe, I don't know. I like to do it. It just makes me more happy in my heart. So, anyways, Amy says reminds me of Monty Python. Yeah, I can see that. You know, I never got into Monty Python like some folks, but I do admire that rabbit reference. So here's another one. That's that. I came, I saw, I conquered. I think that's what that is.
Winnie Winnie Weechie.
Uh-huh. That one. Keep working. All right. You're gonna make eye contact. And then Battle Bunnies could be a punk rock band name. Yeah, I like Battle Bunnies. I feel like that. But then there are also owls. I made them. This is kind of like the noble creatures. I started this. I was really fortunate and won a scholarship to Aeromont to take a workshop with Barbara McFadden. And in one of her segments of the workshop, she did drawing on enamel, and I was bewitched, body and soul. And so I've been working on this. Um, it's not necessarily, I don't usually get to draw a lot. So it's one of those things that I love. Like, it's one of those things that love as an artist, and was one of the things that did from an early age, and was one of those things that got me to start making artwork. But I don't draw a lot. So I've been finding it really enjoyable to kind of get back into drawing and explore that. So Sandra says, I love these. Teresa says, love these, Andrew. Lola says, so cute. Thanks. Yeah. And then this is knowledge is power. So what do y'all think of that? The ones I try to do, the ones the you might notice the owls are all about like wisdom and knowledge and all that good stuff. And then the rabbits are like, I'm gonna conquer you. And this one, whoop, I just touched that one. And they said that owl is ready for battle. So is this little bunny. They're not gonna fight together against each other. They're gonna work together. They're not gonna battle dome it out who wins, rabbits or owls, because there'll eventually be other creatures too. I think. Suzanne says I have a fighting rabbit tattoo.
Cool.
Who knew? Now where is it? And then this one says that. In theory, I know what all these mean, but not today.
Act and over, but speak or don't speak. Act, don't speak.
That
Something
one.
like that. I don't know what the actual.
It's like supposed to mean like
do it. Don't just talk about it.
Yeah, actions are more than
words. Actions are better than words.
Susan says, I love your miniature animal portraits, and the Latin phrases really make them. I like them. You know, normally I don't really put too much on the back, but I've been trying to. One of the shows that I'm going to be in, hashtag, by the way, I have a piece going to England for the Ferris Festival. So if you're in there in the middle of March, go check it out. So you can be my snitch.
Send us pictures.
So if it's like don't be touching them things, William.
I'm touching the other sides. So they're lined up right.
All right. What are you doing, Barnaby? You doing me a back rub? Okay.
You said you wanted one.
I'll do it. I'll lay on the ground. Anyways, so that's coming up in the middle of March. If it's the Ferris Festival in Hereford. That's very exciting. I sent up a mock-up for a larger sculpture that I intend to make one day. But because we're international shipping, I did not send a ginormous piece. For one, because I haven't had too much time to work on stuff. And number two, it would be expensive. I mean, it was expensive to ship the little tiny piece. So, and the other thing that I'm going to have in March is one of my pieces is going to Tennessee I'm going to be showing in a gallery called the Silver Fern Gallery through the Queer Metalsmiths. They have a show up, Queerphoria Volume Number 3, and the theme is transformation. So that piece will be up there. And I can't remember why I brought that up.
Hmm?
I was going to say something about that, but I can't remember.
You're talking about the pieces you were trying to do different on the backs.
Oh, all right. So for that show, they asked for us to send pictures of the backs. And normally I never take pictures of the backs, y'all. I never do it. And so they are like, send pictures of of the backs of your piece. And so I have started to think and consider it more. Sometimes I do, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I do it where if something flips over, it's not completely boring. But a lot of times I just like just put it in the actions in the front. Well, you need to see the back behind. So I've been thinking a little bit more about the backs of pieces, and so that's how we got that. So I was gonna do a tutorial, but William seems to be done.
I'm ready.
So let's see. Amanda says, I saw a video of a rabbit swimming. The ears went right back and off paddling. It was so cute. I will have to look that up. Suzanne says, deeds, not words. Correct. That's the one. Sandy says, like those, BB. Lana says, owls also can also be death in ancient Greek culture. So battle owl, totally appropriate. I'm cool with that. I have lots of owls.
Yes.
Also, wisdom, Athena style. I got lots of those. So do you want to do you want me to do a really quick one? Like real fast? Here, do this, but don't touch them. Hand me those Nevada rose, please.
These?
Correct. All right. So this is one of the gemstones that I kept for myself, because I'm in it to win it, and I have a deep abiding love for this kind of weird mauvey purple color. And it's a purple pink dumortierite, which you don't necessarily see that often. I first saw it in Tucson last year, and I was thinking about it. Let me see if I can pull it. And this is what the talking is for the Nevada rose. So that's this is an extremely rare color, and it's only found in northern Nevada. They've been apparently this been around since 1959, but I only really saw it last year. So, anyways, I picked these out for myself, and I'm gonna make a quick pair of earrings. I love gold. You all may or may not know that. One day I aspire to work in gold, a lot of gold. And I have this gold vermeil ear wires. And also some head pins. All right, so these ones are really cool. They're gold vermeil. They've got the little ball at the end, but then they've been hammered, and then vermeil. Vermeil is where gold is over silver, and it's a thick coating. And this is a lovely like satin gold, which is another of my love languages. I don't know if you all have love languages with materials that you use, but I know I do. But I love all kinds of gold, so I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna manifest it in my life, raining down on me in a pleasant and delightful way, not in a hard pelting kind of way, unless it might be worth it. All right, so I've also got these really fun ear wires. I think we had these in a live sale a long time ago, but then I kept them for myself to use because I love them so much. So, anyways, that's what's up, y'all. So all I'm going to do is really simple. Um, these ones, I like to keep the tassels. I don't know why. I have a bunch of these tassels, and eventually somebody's just going to pitch them in the trash. But
I don't know who that would be.
I don't know. And so I'm gonna put these off to the side. That's a French wire. Did y'all know that this is French wire? You can actually reuse this. So this is a coil that they put in between some of these. And you can put this on. And what this is for when you're trying to protect the wire from excessive rubbing. And this is done a lot with like fabric and closures and stuff. So this is a very microformed coil, and then you just string your stringing material into that and then just bend it, and it will protect the wire. So if you all, normally people just throw that in the trash, but you can use it for your own particular use. So I'm just going to string these up. I'm going to look at it first because you never know. Sometimes you have this idea of how something's going to look and then it looks terrible. So, but I think that looks pretty cute. But I do have a very long wire, and Emily says almost like a wire guard. I mean, that's the OG wire guard right there. They had that before the wire guard. This is an ancient technique of the French wires. Maybe not ancient, maybe like semi-classic. I don't know. Anyway, so I like those. I think those are really cute. I've been focusing a lot on kind of minimal jewelry. And William, can you hand me the beloveds, the Lindstrom white handled? One of the reasons why I like these Lindstroms, which they picked a real unfortunate color for this handle because it looks dirty nonstop, is that they have really fine tip. It's real fine tip. So, depending on where you make your loop, if you make it closer to the tip, it'll be a smaller loop. If you make it closer to the base, it'll be a larger loop because it's tapered. But for example, these are some nice ones. They're from Germany. They're significantly larger, and sometimes you don't necessarily want to have way large loops. So if you need to, sometimes what's helpful is you can take a little bit of a Sharpie. I would recommend a Sharpie because it does come off eventually, so you don't have the Sharpie mark on your pliers for all time. And you can make a line of where you want your loop to be so that all of your loops are consistent. I've been making jewelry for a long time now, so I don't actually need that. But I guess if I was trying to do something different, then maybe. But anyway, so I wire wrap differently. I know. I'm not going to change it. It's been too long. I'm ruined, y'all. But so I go about for this one, it's going to be a fairly large loop. So I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, and I'm just going to bend it over, and it's going to make a little upside down U. I'm going to reinsert this. I'm going to bend it over like this. Now, one reason why a lot of people have problems with this is because they squeeze too tight at this stage, and it creates a dimple in the top of the loop. But if you don't squeeze too hard, then it's fine. And then I don't know if you saw what I just did, is this is coming off at kind of an angle. So I bent it so that this is a 90-degree angle. All right. And I'm going to insert this again. Then I'm going to take my pliers. Do you have chain nose pliers down there?
I only have flat nose.
That's a chain nose plier. All right. So there are these. These are not the beloved. Those are downstairs. Anyway, so I'm going to Wrap. Huh?
We do got a lot of those, though.
I know, whatever. And keep wrapping. Notice I'm not using my fingers. I don't like to use my fingers for two reasons. Um, the pliers are smaller than my fingers, so it can get much more in there than if I try to mess with the fingers. The other thing is, as we found out today with my knee, I would show you my bloody knee, but I don't think y'all want to see that. The tips of the metal can get sharp. And so you may not know, but you're like slightly cutting yourself every time you do that. Maybe not like a lot, but when you go to cut the lime for the tequila and you're going to have that for a little treat for yourself, then it burns like hellfire and then you have sadness in your heart. And then Lana Del Rey, Summertime Sadness. All right. So you don't want that. So use the pliers. The pliers are metal. They're just not going to get cut up. So there you go. So I'm just going to keep wrapping. Another thing is that sometimes I see people, they hold on to this for dear life and they never let go. And then at the end, they have this chewed up piece at the end where you're like, what you going to do with that? So you just have to cut it off. So I don't like to mess with that because this is gold, y'all. I know it's not like a lot of gold, but it's gold. I'm not going to waste that gold. So I am just going to wrap. And then whenever I get down to where it won't bend, I let go and then keep wrapping and adjust my angle, right? And then when I get to the end, before I get to the very end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently curve that in like so. It's got like a little hook. Come hither. Look at it. It says, come on over here. Come to the coiled side. And then what I do is I put that in there and then I just tuck that in. And I can kind of adjust it and then I just tuck it in. Look, it just nestles so sweetly against its coiled friends. And you have to be a little bit careful because you don't want to accidentally smash the stone. I'm trying, y'all. I'm doing my best. You know, sometimes I haven't been on camera in a long time. So you just have to bear with me, y'all. All right. So that is because sometimes when the end sticks up, it kind of sticks out like this, and then it gets real hard to put that into that coil. And then when you're wearing it, it kind of you can feel it. So there's that. So there's that little thing. And then to put this on, all I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, holding one side stationary and twerking the other side. Yes, I did say twerk. That's actually not how you twerk, y'all. But don't ask me because I can't do it. Um, we're not built like that. I'm not traditionally. Well, maybe now. We got a little extra to move around. And then I'm gonna twerk this back, and there you go. So how do y'all like that? The numbers drop. People like, I know how to wire wrap. I don't need to watch this. I came here for the gems. So, anyways, there you go. So those are really pretty, I think, really kind of classic. One thing I will do is that this is going off to the side a little bit, so I'm gonna adjust it so that you know, it, you get a little, so that this is on the same plane as that. So I'm gonna adjust this by holding this and twerking that so that it's all on the same plane so that when you wear it, it doesn't fall to the side. Real simple but elegant, I think. And this is like something that, Queen of Egypt can wear or somebody, Taylor Swift. You all want some earrings? I got some earrings for you, Taylor. I'd be happy. I'll even give you a discount. I know you don't need a discount, Taylor, but I will give you that 20% off in the moving sale. Just use the coupon code moving sale, Taylor, and I'll give you that discount just for you. I'll pack it up real nice. Actually, William will pack it up real nice. Um, And Taylor, you are more than welcome to wear it to the football games. I don't know if he has any more games. You can wear it to the concert. This go concert day tonight. You could wear it to that game. Maybe I make it in red and yellow. Is that what we're doing now? All right. Bye, y'all. William's on. He can razzle dazzle y'all with some stories of how my jewelry is going to appear on Taylor Swift. Maybe I can manifest it.
Trying to export that video while you were doing this to get a little jump start tonight, but it's not working.
Well, they want to see the gemstones. The numbers drop.
Let's see. Let's look at some gemstones, everybody.
That's it. I'm cropping them up. I'm cracking them up, not crapping them up. Hopefully, I'm not crapping nobody up.
No crapping.
We haven't had dinner yet, so it's going to be a mystery. Maybe
you should do this. You seem to be on a roll tonight.
The gemstones make me almost high. I told you.
Maybe Andrew should do the show tonight.
Nah.
What do y'all think?
Nah.
He doesn't even give that option.
Nah.
Says that is not an option.
Nah.
Nah.
I gotta send a picture to Taylor real quick.
Says I got things to do.
Me and the mother of the future Antichrist.
All right. Yo, everybody. Hello.
I hope you know that that's a meme that's out there. I didn't come up with that.
That's not
I
Andrew.
fully support her and her choices.
Oh.
She'll leave them chemtrails.
Look less yellow with the white paper. I have the white paper on. That's too bright.
Who is this now?
Lennis said that. Look less yellow with the white paper. I have the white paper. That is the white paper.
What's yellow? My skin? Or the gold?
Laura said that made my brain hurt.
What? The light?
Your demo, maybe. I don't know.
Thanks, Laura.
Marianne saw that meme. Okay. Now, everybody, we have the 50s now. We're not skipping the 50s now. So this is TG51. We're going to get right into it. If you'd like to make a claim, put TG51 in the subject line of an email. Address that email to info@allegorygallery.com and send it to us. Send it to us. Oh, there she said, I missed that comment. She said, I'm still trying to figure out how you learned to wire wrap that way. That made my brain hurt.
Because I learned on my own with nobody help. So, that's 20 years of doing the same thing over. I made these bracelets called Crystal Caterpillar, and I have made, no joke, probably millions of wire wraps.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the way I do it. And you know what? I realized some people, they like this way. But what I will also say is that everybody wire wraps differently, and if it works, it works.
Yeah, find the way that works for you.
Because I try to do that cigar roll method. It doesn't work for me. My brain is like, there's one step too many in it for me. So there you go.
Laura says, hey, it works. It came out perfectly round.
Thanks. No dimples.
No dimples.
I've maybe done it 1 or 2 million other times.
So this is carnelian, everyone. These are what, graduated. That's the word. Sorry, I was in video editing trying to mode, and so now I'm switching real quick. Graduated smooth rondelles in this beautiful color. And this is TG51, $50 a strand only. Now remember, we are giving you introductory pricing on all of these gemstone strands. So these prices, if they don't sell out tonight or over the weekend or before I get these into the online store, these prices will go up to their regular retail values. We're giving you these prices as, because we love y'all and we thank you for watching our lives, and we want to entice you to keep watching our lives. So we give you sometimes Well, we always give you the best pricing generally on these. So this is $50 a strand. These will go up. Everything I'm showing you will go up, sometimes $10, $20 when it goes into the online store. So you're getting a real discount on these. All right. These, for example, are probably going to go up to about 60 or 65 a strand. And that is not just because we want to do it, but that's because what they should actually be by the way we cost things out. We're giving you a built-in discount as if we're having a sale on them when we do these live sales.
Yeah, you don't need a coupon code.
No coupon code necessary. We're giving you the discount already. Beautiful carnelian, TG51. Send us that email if you'd like to claim anything tonight. There are only 2 of those available. Once they're gone, they are gone. Kathy's asking, what's a cigar wrap?
Cigar roll.
Cigar roll.
You obviously don't do smoke the marijuana. So apparently, one of our instructors, I'm not going to say who it was, they were telling me about how their terminology of how to roll it, and she's like, "You roll it like a blunt," and I was like, "I don't think you should tell the students that's how you do it." But apparently, it's you use it as like a mandrel, and then ask somebody else who raps like that. I don't know. That's how they do it. But anyway, it's good times.
So these are 25 a strand, garnet chips, and these garnet chips are approximately 5 millimeter. 5 millimeter, and you can see they're nice long strands here. Let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and a half inch strands of beautiful garnet. These are little squares, little square chips, which have been very popular. Normally we charge around $32 to $36, I believe, for these in our online store. We're doing them for $25 for you tonight. $25 for the garnet. Beautiful. And there are 5 of those strands available only. And once they're gone, they're gone. All right. Ooh, these are nice. I believe these are black tourmaline. Because I think we had these before, and they were black tourmaline.
They look like no. I think they're black spinel.
Think they're spinel? Could be. Okay, so we're going to say black spinel on those. Black spinel. And they are $38 a strand. They're the shield shape. We've had this shape before, and we generally sell out of it very quickly.
I love it.
It's great for a lot of things. Great for earrings. Only 2 strands available. These are $38 tonight. They will go up probably to about $42, $45, somewhere in there once they go in the online store. I have to check the costing on those. But aren't those great? Love, love, love those. TG 53. Orange calcite, right, Andrew? Check me on that one. These ones did not have names on them, y'all, and since Andrew was doing the demo, I didn't get to ask.
I think this is orange. Well, this one looks like a peach moonstone on this, but because see, there's like a shimmer. Survey says maybe sunstone. Look. I'm gonna say. What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Like, I know this one's like a peach moonstone,
I
but
don't
the
think
rest
they're
of it looks like it's a orange chalcedony.
orange chalcedony. That makes sense.
So there's orange chalcedony except for one, and then they snuck a
Peach moonstone on the end of
one
one of
peach
these.
moonstone. This one. This one's a peach moonstone. And also those tags, just ignore those. Because the tag is the weight, not
Yeah, the tag
price.
is in carat weights. So survey says, what was that?
Orange chalcedony.
Orange chalcedony. Orange chalcedony. And these are those shields. Again, $38 a strand. Orange chalcedony.
Yeah, those are lovely.
I love this color, and that's great for peach fuzz.
Yeah, I would mix that with some seed beads. Maybe make a little loop, seed bead loop, and then you can hang those off of some earrings, maybe, or you can make one of those. We showed this a while ago, but you can make a little loop or like a U shape out of wire, and it will hold the shape, and then you can use it to hold as like a charm holder. And then you can do that, add like a loop of seed beads as a way to hang that down. And then that way, if you have other stuff, it doesn't get blocked. Because sometimes you have like a good charm and you don't want that charm or that stone to get like covered up with other kind of like other stuff.
These are ruby and zoisite. And look at the amount of ruby in those. They are dripping with beautiful chunks of ruby through those.
I thought about keeping that strand.
He's like, I was going to keep those.
Because they are extra juicy.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. So that is TG55, $38. And TG56, this is the same thing. That was the Desert Rose that Andrew, is that what's called, Desert Rose, right?
It's called, no, you're thinking of Sting. Nevada Rose.
Nevada Rose. Nevada Rose. Nevada Rose.
Isn't that a Sting song?
Yes, Desert Rose. One of my favorite Sting songs. Nevada Rose.
That creeper song?
Huh?
He gonna watch you wherever you go?
No, it's not that one.
I like his little magic one. Everything little magic. Is that a creepy song too? You know, that's sometimes it don't age well, the music. And
right.
You're like, oh. I'd be telling everybody that's my favorite. And it's like how you stalk somebody.
TG56, $38 for the Nevada Rose. If you liked what Andrew did there, if you like that stone, we have them in this shield shape now. And again, these shields, they sold out really quickly. So this is, we were telling you yesterday a little bit that some of these stones, you will notice that they are the same that we've had last year. We're still giving you good prices on them. But we're trying to do for people who are trying to restock their stuff a little bit and want some of the same so they can make the things that they know sold. And so we've been trying to bring in, we can't do a lot of that because we'd rather do more variety. But for those of you who have asked, we're trying to do what you've asked and bring in some of the things that were some of the favorites from last year.
Well, we had somebody say, "Oh, I'm so disappointed that I was gonna get more of XYZ stone," and so we, we made it work so that we could get some more of it. So hopefully you'll like that.
Yeah. So these are rainbow moonstone briolettes, and I want you to see the flash in these.
You're gonna have to put the sunglasses on.
They are super, super nice. Also very clear for the moonstone. You know, moonstone oftentimes is not that clear, but you're getting the shine and the clarity on these at a price of $58 a strand. Now, these are 8-inch strands. And just to give you an idea of the size of these briolettes, you're looking around about 7 millimeters. 7 millimeters for those. Susie has her sunglass emoji out, right? Look at the flash.
Keep those handy. We got some more
I
coming
know.
up.
Beautiful color in those.
Y'all gonna get blinded by the light.
I don't know if I take this off if you'll see even more color. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's overpowering, but look at the flashes in those. Rainbow Moonstone, TG57, only 2 strands available at $58 each. Those are going to go up. Everything's going to go up in the online store. Just remember, you're getting introductory sale pricing for this little introduction to our Tucson stash.
So we don't have to put it in the online store.
Yeah.
The more you buy, the less work we have to do.
Right.
So buy a lot.
Buy a lot. Okay, what are we doing here? These are really cool. I don't think we've ever had this before. Sandra says they look tiny. They're about 7 millimeter. Those briolettes, they were about 7 millimeter long.
They are small.
They're smaller ones, yep. But they're 7 millimeter. That's a good size bead if you're thinking about a round or something. Yeah. Next up, TG58, only $18. Green opal. Green opal in the micro faceted rounds. Aren't those beautiful? Check that out. And so these are about 12-inch strands. And these are, oops, got to go to the other side. These are about 3 millimeter. 3 millimeter faceted rounds. I think those are lovely. They've got such great color. Green opals. TG58, $18 a strand. Selling a few of those. Thank you so much. TG59. Now this is one of those stones. Not everyone loves it. I understand. But I do. And this is a really good price for the quality on this. These are petersite.
I love petersite.
I do too. Petersite, faceted rondelles, and they have such deep, beautiful color. You're going to see some flash here and there or chatoyance in them. These are $85 a strand. And I think they are super pretty. They're great for anyone, but I could definitely see these in like a men's bracelet. They got that color that some men aren't afraid of, right? To wear.
We need to come up with some other language because it's 2024.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. But we know it's still a stigma out there. It's still a thing for many. I'd like to say it isn't, but I saw it not every day in the store, but very often.
I mean, it's one of the things where it exists because it's a thing.
So these are Petersite. You can see one strand's bigger than the other. We average out the price on them. If you want to pick one over the other when you send your email, you can. We're happy to do that. And that's TG59, $85. Next up, TG60. TG60. Morganite. I love Morganite.
Aren't those so pretty?
Such beautiful pale pinks. I don't know how it's coming across on your screen. Mine's a little bit lighter, definitely lighter, more white on my screen than it is in person. These are a beautiful light pink in person.
One thing I will say about that is don't store this in direct sunlight.
No.
Opals do not store in direct sunlight.
No.
Morganite, softer stones generally don't store it in direct sunlight.
Yeah, these will fade if they're stored in direct sunlight. But they are beautiful light pink right now. 12-inch strands, and these are 3mm faceted rounds. 3mm faceted rounds. $18 a strand. TG60.
Is there people watching?
I don't know. 21 people at least.
I know, I scared some people away with my demo. They're like, I know how to wire up. Don't tell me how to do it. And then they just, because we were at something like 30 and then it
dropped out.
Well, William's the beloved, we all know.
No, they're just like, we're here for gemstones. Come back later. Anne says, I fell asleep on the festivities last night. Hope I can stay awake tonight. We tried to start a little earlier, and then we had an issue with lot numbers. So we're just kind of getting started. We're on 61 from 51. So we've done 10 so far. But welcome, Anne. Thanks for joining us. And remember, these are all available to rewatch on YouTube and Facebook. Instagram doesn't offer rewatches, I don't believe. So you can rewatch on YouTube and Facebook. YouTube and Facebook. And you can still claim these at these introductory prices as long as they have not gone into the online store yet. Once they go in the online store, the price is the price there. All right. Next up, TG61. Labradorite, only $65. Now this is some spectacular
Oh boy.
Labradorite.
Holy guacamole.
At $65. We used to have to offer these strands at over $100, $150. We got some good deals this time. So
this is a new vendor, or not, this is not a new vendor, but the other one. So sometimes what happens is I'll find something and then I'll keep shopping, and this vendor offered a better price.
So this is more of the labradorite that has kind of that orangey yellow flash, that pink, orange, yellow, and we have a strand that's like this. It's going to have the blue flash. If you prefer that, wait. But if you, like me, like the orangey and pink and yellow flash of labradorite, there's one blue one on there. This is the strand. This is the strand you want. I'm going to show you the other side too. They have beautiful flash, beautiful cut, stunning color to them. Trying to find how, you know how labradorite is. You got to find the way. You got to find the way the light hits it.
Bring out that razzle.
Yeah. But look at how beautiful those are. Stunning strand, only one available. Hello, Lola. Thank you for joining us today. Susan says, no, the demo was fun.
Oh, good.
Susan says, pretty. This is a very pretty strand. Amanda says, I love labradorite. And at $65, this is a dang good price.
Especially for those.
Yeah, this is a really good price. So TG61, only one of those available. You make make 2 pairs of earrings, sell them for $32 a piece. You've made your money back, and you have the whole rest of that to make money on.
I would probably put it one as a pendant.
One as a pendant on a simple chain.
Or some microfaceted. Don't we have some microfaceted beads, little ones?
Mm-hmm. Sell that for $32, $38. Sell 2 of those. Andrew's like 72. And you make that money back quick, y'all.
One bead make your money.
That's right. That's the way you got to do it. TG62. Now here's the more blue flashing one. TG62. So this one has that more blue-green flash. You know, labradorite can either flash the blue-greens generally, or they get that orangey, yellow, pink kind of flash going. This is more on the blue scale. And these, let me show you the other side too. They flash wonderfully on both sides of these drops. Stunning stones. I love when they have the linear striations like that. There it is. You hit that light right, and you will see them all glow. So this is the blue one, more of the blue flash. TG62, $65 only for the whole strand. $65 for the whole strand. TG62. Marianne says, so flashy, right? It is. It is. Beautifully flashy. All right. One more strand of the labradorite, kind of like that, but a different shape. These are pretty luxe. Pretty luxe. Check these out. Love this teardrop shape. Finding the flash, beautifully flashing stones. Each one just gorgeous. Like there's not a dead one on the strand, right? Not a dead one on the strand. Let's find that flash. I know it flashes. I checked them all. There it is. You can see it up there. And oh, by the way, this is about a 9.5-inch strand. I'm gonna go to the other side here. Get that. Gotta get the light right. There it is up there. But beautiful, beautiful little faceted teardrop. Not little. These are nice big faceted teardrops. TG 63, $65. Now remember, you are all getting the first chance to purchase these before we show them on social media, show them in any of our groups, show them on our website. I will be promoting these more in videos and reels and stories come the weekend. So you are getting the first dibs at these at the very best prices that we can offer. Next up, opals, y'all. Opals. Beautiful Australian opal in these wonderful little smooth drops. And these are $65 a strand, TG 64. Beautiful opal. Look at the clarity of those. There's no matrix in there. That's just pure opal goodness. We have 2 strands available. Just beautiful opal goodness right there. Is that not spectacular? Look at the flash. Look at the clarity. And these are 8-inch strands. 8-inch strands for the opal, TG64, $65. $65 a strand. How's everyone doing? Doing okay? You doing all right? Keeping up? Everybody have any questions? If anybody has any questions, please let us know. I'll try to answer them. Andrew stepped out for a little bit. I think he's going down to make some food, make some dinner. But I will try and answer anything you can, or anything I can. All right. All right. Next up, we have beautiful rose quartz. But here we go again. The rose quartz is graduated and it's melon cut. These are the ones that Andrew wasn't sure he wanted to let go of yesterday. This is melon cut rose quartz graduated. Cheryl's okie dokie. Good. Sanders is blinded by the flash, right? Good stuff. Amanda's asking what's Andrew making. I have no idea. No idea at all. I don't have a clue. He made some rice so far. That's all I know. We had some sweet potato mixture that he made up last night as he was almost falling asleep at the stove. But he mixed it with mashed potatoes and celery and some other things. It was really good. So I think he has leftovers of that he's going to turn into something. He mentioned beans, so some kind of beans probably for protein for us. So these are lovely. These are like Andrew's, like you get anything melon cut and he is in love. And these are an oval kind of shape, but still a melon cut, which is gorgeous. And these are rose quartz. They're definitely more rosy in person than they are on my screen, as most rose quartz is. Cameras do not capture rose quartz very well. There's Andrew back.
I was starting dinner. So
as I told them, they're like, what is he making for dinner?
Bootleg bowls.
Oh. Okay, so some of y'all really loved that Wahi Blue Opal we had yesterday. Well, But wait, there's more.
These ones.
Check those out. So we had different shapes yesterday, but they were kind of divided the same way. But look at these long drops of Oahe opal. Are those not so cool? Like natural stones divided almost in half. Look at that. Each one of those. Those would make perfect little pendants. And I think, I just love these. Like, I am enamored by these this year. I was so excited to get these. 7-inch strand, $75 for the strand only. And
this is a fairly new stone. It's one of those ones that they first kind of discovered it in early 2000s. And I'm going to say it comes from one of those I-states.
but it is lovely. And just to give you an idea, the largest one of these on here is
from Oregon.
Oregon. The largest one is 40 millimeters, so 4 centimeters. The shortest one is 36. So 36 or so. Let me check this one. 36 to 40. Yep, 36. 36 to 40. TG66. $75.
Well, they've actually, it's from one county in Oregon.
One county in Oregon, they get all the Oahe blue opal.
Isn't that wild?
That's crazy. And that one here that we have is sold. Thank you so much.
Isn't that pretty?
That's worth jump. I know a lot of you are waiting to see everything before you make your decisions. But that one was worth jumping on, and someone did. And I'm glad you did, because you got it. Susan says, oh my. Right?
Which Susan?
Susan Surreal.
Nice.
Kathy's asking, what county in Oregon?
Malheur.
Malheur?
Malheur.
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 Malheur. That means bad times in French.
Well, I guess it didn't work out for Milwaukee.
Susie says, it was me. Since you said it, I will say it. Yes, Susie, you got that one. You got that one. That was a good grab, because we don't see stuff like that before. All right. This one, $114, and we kept the price low for y'all. This is going to go way up.
Oh boy.
If y'all don't grab it.
Get them sunglasses. It's time.
This is, and I'm going to say it's lemon quartz. And when people say lemon, they're like, oh, it's just a quartz. But it is, Andrew's like, just show it. Just show it.
Let
Look.
their eyes be the judge.
Right? Don't judge the book before you see it, before you read it.
This onion cut, y'all. You know how hard that is to get that? They don't come out with that very often.
Rarely do we see this cut like this. But look at those facets. Look at that. What's going on over there? Kittens.
Mm-hmm.
Kittens coming into the room.
Tallulah baby.
Look at this lemon quartz. Onion cut. Faceted. These are beautiful. TG67, $114 only. Again, this will go up. This will go up.
So this is a question for some of y'all fairy tale people out there. Did any of you read the new fairy tales they discovered, like the Onion Princess or the Onion Girl? I may be making this up.
Teresa says, oh my, with big yellow hearts. Marianne is drooling.
That's like for crown jewel style.
Look at the clarity.
You gonna have a princess time?
You think that's glass? It's not glass.
No.
That's lemon quartz.
All faceted too.
All faceted.
Just picture that in the daytime.
I know. We're showing you here in the dark of the room, dark of our office. Imagine that with the sun catching it as a pendant on your necklace.
I don't want to call anybody out, but look behind you, William. Down below on the other side. Oh, now you're not looking.
What's going on?
She's like, nothing.
What's going on?
He was showing those gems, and those eyes start getting big and round and excited.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
No, not you. Not my sweet Idabelle.
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 You have to say it like that, William.
So this is beautiful lemon quartz, $114. That is a really good deal for y'all.
That should be double.
Yeah, and when it goes in the online store, I don't think it's going to be quite double, maybe, but it's not going to be a cheap date. This is the very best pricing we can give you on that.
This high quality.
Let's just say it's going to go up, that no matter what kind of a sale we have in the online store, it's never going to be less than that. Let's just say that. TG67.
Did y'all feel that?
Did you feel it in your whole body?
Feeling the stirring.
Tallulah. Tallulah, baby.
She said, Tallulah, baby.
Amanda says, I caught the tail end of the earrings. He made them for Taylor Swift. I was curious about the dinner. I'd love to hear what people were making. Marion says, I had a cat that used to steal yellow things. Usually it's our Tallulah stealing things.
She's like, I like pink.
All right. Next up is some really beautiful quality aquamarine. Beautiful aquamarine faceted drops. Super clear. Beautifully light blue. Look at those. Aquamarine. And let me give you a sizing on these. Let me just pick one out here, approximately 9 millimeters. So between 9 and 10 millimeters. Yeah, between 9 and 10 millimeters. Beautiful aquamarine drops. Faceted. Look at those. Let me show you the other strand. These are $75 a strand. The strands are about 7.5 inches long. I know. I know.
Let me tell you, that's a love language.
Right? Don't those just make your heart swoon?
Think of the ocean. Think of the blue sky.
Oh.
Carefree. You're going to go to the island paradise. I'm ready.
Go. Beautiful aquamarine.
Or if you the cold people, then you think of that
beautiful glacier.
That glacier ice that I'm not interested in.
TG68, $75. Who likes Prasiolite?
I know some of y'all do.
Or green amethyst. Next up, $65 a strand, 2 strands available. This is the green amethyst. Come on, let go. And these are graduated faceted rounds in the green amethyst. Prasiolite, very clear color. The color is very subtle on these because they are so clear. Look at that. Beautiful, subtle green amethyst, Prasiolite. And this strand is, not including the chain, 16 inches. 16 inches. Amanda says the other Arctic mermaid necklace.
There you go.
There you go.
Swim, swim, swim.
Prasiolite or green amethyst, whatever you know it by. These are faceted rounds. Very clear, beautiful, subtle color to those. $65 a strand. Now, these are already on, if you're just tuning in and haven't watched this for a while, these are already strung up on a lobster claw and a chain, which is sterling. We would recommend restringing them because these are just crimps that have been smashed down, not done the right way. But you'll get away with it for a little while if you just wear them like that. I know people who have, but ultimately...
One dude, he said he wore every day for a year.
Yeah.
And then it came loose.
It came loose. So,
but he's over there doing like manual labor and doing the showers and everything.
Yeah, he was swimming in the ocean with it, he said, in the swimming pool, taking showers with it. So they'll last a little while, but ultimately, as many of our people are makers, we would suggest remaking them. All right. That's TG69.
And really, that'd take no time at all.
No. This is a stone I never see enough of. Tanzanite.
Oh boy.
Tanzanite. That's not something you hear out of our mouths very often.
I would like to hear out of our mouths
all the time. I know. I know. And especially when it's such beautiful quality Tanzanite. These are slightly graduated, faceted rondelles in that gorgeous Tanzanite color, that purpley blue. Such a spectacular color. You don't see, like, I don't know what gemstone looks like that. It's such a beautiful color and such a, iolite comes close, but that's more of that blue. This has more of the purple.
That Provence lavender.
Yes, it is.
There's some lavender fields up in there.
I saw this kind of stuff in the south of France. This is the kind of color of the flowers down there. Beautiful. These are faceted rondelles. TG70, only $65.
What?
I know. I know.
You're tripping.
I am tripping. These are not going to be $65 in the online store.
You think it's gonna make it?
I don't know. We'll see.
You never know, because there's certain things that we think is going to be like, it's going to be #1 bestseller.
Yeah. And we do have 4 strands of these. It would take 4 people or 1 person wanting 4 to clear us out.
I love that Tanzanite.
But we asked for a number of these, what we could get, because we do not see Tanzanite enough. And this is what we could get, and we grabbed them.
Maybe that one of them's gonna live with me.
Yeah, we may have to keep 1 or 2.
I'll share a little bit.
TG70, $65 a strand only. I see some emails coming up for it. Y'all know, that this is special and that this price is obscenely good.
If you know, you know.
Right?
How they call that?
I know. You're in the know, because like we said, we try and give you the best price all the time, but sometimes, like when we find really cool stuff and stuff we don't see, we'd like to spoil you a little bit here and there, of course. So this is a little bit of a spoiling for you at that price point.
We get a good deal. We pass it along.
Yeah, we always do, but sometimes we pass along an extra good deal, and that's because we love y'all.
When we first started this store, one of my mentors said, I don't have a specific formula. I charge what the market will bear. And that's one mode of selling. So one of the things that one of the criticisms she got as a bead store owner was that her prices were high. And even I felt that way. And she's no longer in business, but one of the things that I thought was, you know, I want to give the best opportunities to our people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we can do it better than other times. Sometimes we have more margins to do that. But I think for both of us, we always want to give you the best deals that we possibly can. Because I think you all know and appreciate that. Because we're not in a world where you don't have the internet anymore.
Right.
You can look up how much everything costs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And we always try and give you the best we can. We're small buyers. So, sometimes there's other places that can do a little better, but we will always give you the best quality. We will always take care of you. We will always do the best. And all we ask is that we can make a living, a little living, not a crazy living, but a decent living off of what we do. And the rest of it is all to create this beautiful community and make sure that you all have the ability to make the things you want to make. That's what's important. Has anyone guessed what stone this is? Hello, Tallulah.
She's interested.
She's very interested in this stone. This looks like the ones you were digging out the other day.
She's like, is that for Tallulah, baby?
Is that for Tallulah? So, anybody have a guess on this stone? I had one strand of this stone that we sold the other day that we showed, I think, in the miscellaneous lots. Anybody have a guess?
Lennis knows.
Yeah, I was going to say Lennis should know. She loves this stone. We were just talking about it. All right, no one's guessing. No one's going to guess? All right. It's Andalusite. Andalusite. Is that not gorgeous? Andalusite. And this is only $50 a strand. Crazy talk. They are slightly graduated faceted rondelles. Sandra's heading home. Hopefully I won't miss anything good. Of course you're going to miss good stuff, but you can replay it, Sandra. You can replay it. But of course, it's all good. It's all good. But we'll see you when you get home. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long to get home. Hopefully we'll see you back before we're done with the live. Have a safe trip back home too. So this is Andalusite. TG71, $50 only. $50 only. One of my favorite stones. Yes. Maybe I'll keep one of those. Gonna keep it. Yes, gonna keep it. Gonna keep a tanzanite. Gonna keep an andalusite. I did not keep one of the andalusites before.
Do y'all know what movie that comes from?
And I'm sad that I didn't.
He said, this room's for my own particular use.
Anne says, I can't remember stone names. I'm going to think of this one as root beer float stone. All right, everybody. This is a good one.
A&W.
A&W. Barks. Okay. Sandra's going to miss it.
Oh, no.
I know.
That's my love language.
Aquamarine nuggets.
Now, these ones are a little bit different from the other aquamarine we had. This one has a little bit more color.
But less transparency.
But it's got a little bit of that chatoyance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a silver sheen. You see that? See that?
See that? So these are $122 each. There's one there. Look at that flash in there. That's chatoyance hitting you in the eyeball.
The eyeball hole.
The eyeball hole. Like these are brilliant. aquamarine, stunningly beautiful nuggets. They are graduated nuggets, simple cut, tumbled nuggets. And here's the other one. Just to show you, you will get one of these two if you claim them. You'll get both of them if you claim both, as long as nobody beats you to it. I will say this one strand is more like pebbly, while the other one is more kind of geometric nuggets. So just depends which one you prefer. You can choose if you'd like, or we'll choose for you. TG72, and these are, let's see here, 16-inch strands. This one's actually a little bit longer in that one, but not by much. TG72, $122 a strand.
You show the price.
Oh,
That.
this one actually has a price on it, just to show you.
This is the regular.
This is what our vendor suggests.
That's how much they sell it for. That's what a retail show. Yeah,
when they go to a retail instead of a wholesale show, they sell this strand for $400. We're selling it at $122 for y'all. So there you go. That's normally a $400 strand at a retail show.
So there you go.
What more can you say?
That it's not 400.
Lennis says, I want the smooth ones. Go ahead and claim them, Lennis. I don't see an email yet. Oh, she was talking about that. That came up earlier. I think she wants the smooth Andalusite. I think that's what she's talking about.
And do like Poopy. Some X3.
Poopy, open the wallet.
Got some loving X3.
Uh-oh.
Sweeten that pot of sugar.
Oh, getting crazy, Andrew, getting crazy.
How you think that gets done?
Is that how?
I said, William, I'm gonna rub your neck.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, so what do you want?
What do you want? That's exactly what happens.
I said, I'm just being nice. And he's like, for what purpose? For what?
Yeah.
I'm loving in this way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, uh-huh. I was like, my hands hurt so bad, but I'm gonna keep rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, keep going. I said, you know what would be nice?
You know, it would really help me keep going.
That would, help me do what I do. And he was like, uh-huh, here it goes.
Here it goes.
The trap snap.
You know what these are, right, everybody? Beautiful pre-night. These are pre-night graduated smooth rounds, and they're only $40 a strand. This is a spectacular buy at only $40 a strand. Normally, these strands like this we sell for about $60, $65 in the store when we've had things like this. So $40, we're giving you a nice deal on those. Check those out. And we've got, what, 4 strands of these? 4 strands. These are popular. Pre-night's always a popular stone, so we grabbed a number of them. And just to see, these are 16-inch strands. Lennis says they use Andalusite in kilns. What do they use that for in kilns?
I don't know.
I don't know that. I don't know that lore. What is that all about?
Tell it.
Tell it, Lennis. So this is TG73 pre-night.
Like a refractory.
Mm-hmm. Next up, TG74. obviously. These are labradorite cubes. These cubes are approximately 6 millimeter. That one's 5 millimeters, so about 5 to 6 millimeter cubes. Check out the beautiful flash on those. These are lovely strands. There are only 5 strands available of these labradorite cubes. $32 each. TG74. TG74. These cubes are really fun. People have really been enjoying this. And I have seen a number of sites and people really starting to push and sell these cubes more and more. We've been selling them for a number of years now, but I got an email today with ads from another company that they're really starting to push these cubes. So these seem to be like a happening thing now. So anybody who got them earlier, you're ready. If you haven't gotten them yet, here's a really good deal on these. TG74, and we're selling them by the 12, let me see, 13, 14, 15, 16-inch strand. No, none of those little shorty strands like some people do. Lennis says they refract heat and are high temperature friendly.
Oh,
Who knew?
how hot it go?
I just think they're pretty.
Maybe you mess around with that.
You gonna take my Andalusite?
I know.
Nah.
Maybe.
Nah. You can get your own.
Honey.
Wait, now where's... Oh, over here. I was like, what happened to that one? Okay, y'all. This is another one of these that is so beautiful and so clear. This is TG75. This is amethyst. It looks like glass.
But better.
But so much better. I mean, this is real stone. It's super clear. Beautiful, true amethyst. You know, all those things you believe about amethyst, you got it here. And these are all beautifully faceted. We had a garnet strand like this yesterday, and I believe that sold out. This is its little partner in amethyst. And these are super drops, like amethyst super drops. This is a 7.5-inch strand.
I'm gonna call that purple rain.
It is stunning. Purple rain. $88 for the strand. And this is one of those that if you make, and I said this about the garnet strand, if you make this kind of jewelry, that this is what your client wants, then you know this is a great price for these, and you know what you can do with these. These are, you know, these are the higher end things. These are the higher end stones. $88 for the strand, even though it's not quite, you know, it's not a crazy higher end price for you all, but these are definitely like super grade amethyst drops. And this is for those people that like, I want a clear stone. I want the clearest stone. These are the clearest amethyst you're going to see like this.
By clear, he means clarity.
Clarity.
Not clear like...
Like what? Like clear. Yeah, the
like
clarity.
Crystal clear. It's see-through.
Yes. So there you go. TG 75, $88, one strand available. And TG, that strand has sold. Thank you so much. Those are the ones you don't sleep on, right? Don't wait. When there's only one like that, don't wait. Okay. Next up, sunstone. I love sunstone. We don't get a lot of sunstone. And this is bright and shiny, wonderful sunstone. These are $65 a strand only. Look at that flash. Look, let me swing it in there. Look at that color in there. These are graduated faceted rondelles with that beautiful chatoyance, beautiful sunstone color. Hopefully that's coming across for you all out there. I'm hoping. Simply magnificent pieces of sunstone. And let me show you, they are 16-inch strands. 16-inch strands. Now, these are all together, but this one actually, so there's two that are faceted rondelles. And I'll show you the other one of those. But there's one here that is a faceted round. Hello, Michelle. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. So these are the faceted rondelles. This is the other strand of faceted rondelles. And those are beautiful. And then you have one strand of these faceted rounds. So if you would prefer the faceted rounds, they're the same lot number, TG76, $65, same price. Sometimes that happens. You can just request those when you send it over. If you have a preference, let us know. Otherwise, we will pick for you. TG76, $65. Beautiful sunstone. What are you making over there, Andrew?
I'm Taylor Swift earrings.
He's making Taylor Swift earrings. So there you go. TG76, two graduated faceted rondelles, one graduated faceted round strand. You can pick if you choose these. TG76, $65 only. Okay, next. I know some of you love the lapis like I do. This is one of my first favorite stones. And these are the microfaceted lapis.
Oh, those ones. I looked up for that business.
These are, this is again.
How come it's shiny?
I know, right?
It's sparkling in my eyes.
It's got that good cut on there, those good facets on there. Beautiful, beautiful lapis. And these are only $25 a strand for the microfaceted rounds. And these strands are about 12 inches, a little over 12 inches. And these are, I think, 3mm, but let me check for you. These are, yes, 3mm lapis faceted, microfaceted rounds. Marianne's going to watch the rest on TV only. Hope I can stay awake. Please, please do stay awake, Marianne. But thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I know you won't be able to comment on your TV. But we appreciate you being here and tuning in.
AG Bead Fam.
AG Bead Fam. TG77, $25 for the lapis. We have a number of people claiming these. You know how beautiful those are. This is, we talked about that denim color. And no acid washed denim, right? This is that deep indigo, deep color in those.
This is deep.
Going to the deep.
When you say this,
rolling in the deep there.
You gotta have to
lower your voice. Lower your voice. There's some lapis here. All right.
You can't be like lapis. You gotta go lapis.
How's that, Andrew?
Lapis. I'm over here getting a little bit firm belly style up in here. Tim Curry style.
All right. So at the end of yesterday, we had some beautiful labradorite strands. These are the faceted version of those. I think those were smooth. These are not. These are faceted rondelles in beautiful labradorite. Did I say lapis again? Labradorite. I've been bewitched by the lapis. Mind. Yeah. These are labradorite. $68 only for these strands of faceted rondelles. These are graduated faceted rondelles. Look how much flash, how much shine. Imagine putting a little chunk of these in an earring pair. Use a little chunk of them as a pendant on a necklace. Using just those beads sprinkled throughout some other ones, you're going to get some extra flash from those. Lots of ways to use these. And these are 16-inch strands. And if you're watching now, please be sure that you follow our page on Facebook if you don't already. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the love. And make sure you hit that little notification bell on YouTube so that you know when we go live. And you know when we post a new video, like tomorrow's Saturday morning tutorial that we're going to be posting. You'll want to tune into that around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Our teacher Jen is going to show you how to make some beautiful earrings tomorrow. So here we are, TG78, $68 only for those. What's Andrew got there?
You can show that after you're done with that.
So there you go. Beautiful labradorite. TG78. Get in there. Get in there. Here's what Andrew's working on.
The cinnabar.
Cinnabar.
That's how the tailor can support her man.
Right. Got to be able to support your man, right? And there's some of that sponge coral, right? Or apple.
Had some the other night.
Or apple coral. Yeah, we had some of that the other night. Yeah, last night, was it?
No, last night was gemstone.
Oh, yeah. We had some the other night, the miscellaneous lots. So there you go.
There's a theme, y'all.
There's a thing?
There's a theme.
Oh, a theme. A theme.
It's called, maybe I'll tag somebody on the internet and they'll see it. And then I'll become so famous. And then I'll roll around on a bed of money.
Oh, let's do that.
Like Demi Moore in Decent Proposal.
Get famous, Andrew. Teresa loves the earrings. All right, Andrew, tell them about this new stone from us. Thulite.
This is a relatively new stone. It's not one that you see a lot of. But they had the name, it comes from Thule. I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's supposedly found only in Norway. And It's at the edge of the world. So they talk about how this would be at the edge of the world. The Ultima Thule is the city at the end of the world. And so there you go. It's the type of, I think it's a pink calcite.
And it's supposed to be a pretty powerful metaphysical stone, I think, too. I started looking it up because it was new to me, but then I got sidetracked. Andrew's going to let you know.
It's for this one site says eloquent speech, passion for living, contentment, happiness, and joy. I don't know.
Beautiful stones. I love them. I love seeing new stones. This is not a stone we've seen before. 16-inch strands. They are more expensive. The new stuff often is that's coming out. I think you're going to probably start seeing more and more of this stone.
This is one of the other names is Rosaline.
Rosaline or Thulite, Thulite.
It's this other site says it's a pink variety of zoisite.
That's the one I was looking at. I remember that.
And they first discovered it in 1820 in Norway by a Swedish chemist. And they named it after a mystical island.
The pink variety of zoisite. So the green zoisite, and this is the pink version. TG 79, $114 a strand.
You all like that?
We gave it a shot, y'all. We tried it. We'll see if y'all like it. Let us know in the comments if you think that's cool or not. We always try and bring you what we see that's new, and what we ask our vendors all the time. What's new? What's starting to pop out? What's the next thing? And try and get it for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Everybody.
Oh, this my level. The Thulite, whatever. This one, here you go. This, if I'm gonna go pink, I'm gonna go this one.
Sandra's back. That was a quick trip home.
Did you get a ticket?
I know. It's like you hurry back for that one. Welcome back, Sandra.
This one, here you go. Ready,
Sandra, go back like 2 minutes. Look at that Thulite. Real quick. It's the newest stone. You might like it. I don't know. It's a brand new thing for us. Brand new. We've not seen much of it out in the world at all.
I think we had it once before.
I don't ever remember having that.
I think we had one time. But this, we have, this is the pink tourmaline.
Yes, this is the pink tourmaline.
My love language.
Only pink tourmaline. Whole strand of just
Look
pink
at it sparkling.
Tourmaline, microfaceted rounds.
This is beautiful.
12-inch strands. These are, I think, 3 millimeter. 3 millimeter microfaceted rounds. TG80. There are 7 strands available only. $25. That's the best price we can give you on those.
That's an awesome price.
That's a freaking good price. Sandra says, I love Thulite.
So you know it then.
Yeah. And we, Andrew thinks we had it before. I don't remember it. That's one of the newer things, and we gave it a try. So we have it in case you're interested in it. I don't know if you have much of it. I think it's a great stone. This is the pink tourmaline.
That's my
TG 80, $25.
Did you show the pink sapphires yet?
No.
That's the real love language.
Didn't get there yet, Andrew. No spoilers.
I done did it.
No spoilers, Andrew.
It's already done.
Because next up, we've got more lapis tonight.
Oh, this is another one. This William love language.
Yes, it is. William loves the lapis. How you going to get to those other worlds if you don't have the lapis? Impossible, said the Egyptians.
I don't know.
Now, there are 2 strands of these. One is a little bit larger than the other. If you want the smaller, you can have the smaller. If you want the larger, you can have the larger. Let us know in the email if you prefer one over the other. These strands are 8-inch strands. These are lapis lazuli faceted drops. Only $38 for that quality.
Holy smokes.
Sandra says, I only have 1 strand of the thulite. It's not something we see very often. Like I said, it was something that we were able to grab, and so we grabbed 2 of those strands. This is the lapis. Beautiful. Stunning lapis. Faceted drops. They are graduated. Look at the color. Beautiful deep color on those. Lots of those little hints of the metallic that you're looking for in lapis. Just overall very nice strands. $38 each. 2 strands available. TG 81. This is the one Andrew was talking about. I'm giving you a really good price, everybody. Really good price on these. These are pink sapphires. Pink sapphire drops. TG82. This is an 8-inch strand. Only 1 strand of these available. We're giving you, like I said, an exceptionally good deal on these pink sapphires.
Oh, so I go away.
I said, this is the one that Andrew was talking about, y'all.
Look them butt of them stones. Show it.
Look at them.
It's got that nice chatoyance at the bottom. See it?
Yes,
it's
you
almost
can.
got like a star.
Beautiful.
There's 1 strand of that, right?
1 strand.
That's because we only could afford 1.
And the price we're giving you, everybody, $145 for the strand.
So I just peeked out the window, and there's 4 to 5 inches of snow.
It was just laying on the ground when I looked last time.
Yeah, they haven't plowed our street yet.
Wow.
So we're not going to be going
It wasn't
out.
even in the forecast. I guess I'm not going to check on I have to go up to the cottage tonight. I got to refill the pellet stove.
Hopefully the trucks will come through.
I'll have to take Appa. 1 strand. Yep. 1 strand. Look at that chatoyance in there. 1 strand available, $145. This is an excellent deal on these little pink sapphire drops, faceted drops. And to give you an idea on the size on these are, let me get them. I got to get them. I have a hard time seeing this sometimes. I need my calipers. 8mm. 8mm. Isn't that basically rubies or close to it? Asked Michelle.
That's almost the same thing. It's not as red.
Yeah, it's not as deep red.
But it is it's the same.
It's the same stone. Yep. So, kind of rubies.
Like a pink ruby. That is basically how red it is. And some of the old-timey scales about how they would tell the redness is not necessarily animal friendly.
Yeah.
They would say it's pigeon blood or ox blood Basically, they'd be cutting a bunch of throats and then looking.
Comparing it. So there you go, everybody. One strand available, TG82 pink sapphire. Emily says, no snow here yet. We weren't even supposed to get snow. I don't even know where this came from. Nowhere in my app did it say snow at all.
So what you're saying is there's lies?
There's lies. There are lots of lies. All right, everybody. These are beautiful little garnets. And they're in this nice little arrow shape. They look like a little arrowhead.
Just the arrow or the house?
It's also a house if you turn it this way. Looks like a house. Look like an arrow. Susan's asking, what's the dividing line between pink sapphire and ruby?
Whoever says it.
Pretty much, right? Yeah, I don't think there's any hard and set fast rule to that one. This is TG83. These are garnets, and these strands are approximately about 14. I'm going to say, yeah, about 14-inch strands of garnet at only $13. And you can see there's a lot of them, but these are just a beautiful quality garnet at $13. Susan says, okay, very arbitrary. Yes. It's, you know, that
Depends who you're buying from.
depends. Yeah, like our vendor considers that pink sapphire.
But they also sell rubies that it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
And we don't have those.
No,
just so you know.
Yeah, once they go into ruby category, it's
no, we can't touch that.
No.
Sorry.
No, we got to keep with the pink sapphires right now.
Blew our budget time 10.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I made that high pitch.
Oh, when you saw the price.
And then I was like, wow.
Yeah. I'll go with the pink sapphires.
And I was like, we'll just think about that one.
Let's put that on the back burner. All right. I got to hurry up a little bit. This is, we're almost going on 3 hours and we got lots more to go. Okay, so I'm going to speed up a little bit, everybody. If you have any questions, please do slow me down. Feel free to ask, but I'm going to go a little quicker now. TG84, this is chrysoprase. Faceted drops. Check those out. These are pretty large.
Yes.
And
color.
Yes. And look at that color shine. Beautiful chrysoprase. Faceted drops. $60. This is a 9-inch strand. And these, let me just give you one of these drops, is about 12 millimeters, 11 to 12 millimeters. So it says like mint chocolate ice cream.
But no chocolate.
But just a little bit. There's a little bit in here, but.
Yeah, but not how.
But not like what you normally see chrysoprase.
They put more chocolate, less mint.
Uh-huh.
What's that sauce? Mint for the lamb?
Oh, yeah, mint jelly. Mint jelly. All right. Next up, told you we're speeding up a little bit, everybody. I gotta catch up. I got a video to edit before morning. So it can process. It takes forever to process. TG85. This is stunning lapis. Again, in graduated faceted rondelles in that deep, 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 deep blue color.
That's the lapis.
That's the lapis.
You want to be like, what the
What
hell?
is going? Are they drunk? Are they high?
High on stones.
High on stones. So these are 2 strands at $88 each of the graduated faceted lapis. Again, I'm going to show you them quickly, more quickly. If you have any questions, please do ask. and just stop me and ask your question. 16-inch strands, TG85, $88. Remember, if you'd like to claim any of these, send us that TG85, for example, lot number in an email in the subject line to info@allegorygallery.com. TG86, beautiful, all of the moonstone in smooth rondelles. You've got the gray moonstone, you've got the peach moonstone. Well, actually, this is gray and the white moonstone or blue moonstone. And then you got the deep gray moonstone there. Look at that chatoyance in there. These are smooth rondelles. Stunning. $55 a strand only. $55 a strand. Check that out. Beautiful chatoyance in that moonstone. These are really, I love these strands. And they come on this sliding knot cord if you want to, or you can just cut that off and restring them. TG 86, $55 only. Next up, TG87, some beautiful Mongolian turquoise. Mongolian turquoise. These are smooth rondelles, graduated Mongolian turquoise. Isn't that pretty? Look at those colors, the green and light blue mixed with that brown and that kind of ambery color, and the deep blacks. There's the other strand.
Good pattern.
Lots of nice patterning in those. This is a strand of Mongolian turquoise, and this is TG87, $60 a strand. All right. And these strands, just so you know, they are 18-inch strands. A little bit bigger, 18-inch strands. TG87. Sandra says, do you have any rainbow moonstone coming up? I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. We had some earlier. If you missed that earlier, we had rainbow moonstone.
But we might have some more.
I don't think I have any more coming up tonight. We have some fun stuff coming up, but Andrew will have to look to see if we have any coming up on Monday.
Yes.
He says yes. We'll have some on Monday.
Good price, too.
He says good price, too. All right. Next up, we have a good number of these strands. So these are, and actually, these are two different things again in the same bag. I'm going to take these ones away because this is not what I was planning to show. These ones. That'll make it easier for you to choose. So this is TG88. She says, no, I saw those ones. All right. TG88. And these are apatite. Smooth rondelles. And these are $60 a strand for you all. And when I get to the end of this, I'm going to show you when our vendor goes to a retail show, these are very nice quality, what he charges at the retail show for these. $120 a strand. $120 a strand. They're on sterling apatite. So you're getting them for half price from what our vendor sells these at a retail show. Just to show you. Beautiful apatite. Two of these strands are kind of more mixed. Two of them are in kind of this ombre. So you can decide if it matters to you. I think there's the same amount of each stone. It's just how it's laid out already. All right, so TG88, $60. And I'll throw these ones in there too. Why not? Okay, so this is the other one. These are just kind of that neon blue. So if you want just kind of that neon blue one, I have those as well. Same number, just let me know when you claim how you would like, which ones you would like. All right. Sandra says, I have some similar to that apatite. It's stunning. Yes, these are really, really nice. Like I said, our vendor charges twice as much at a retail show for these. So it's kind of like you get to buy wholesale too.
Wholesale.
Wholesale. All right. Next up, we have some gorgeous chocolate moonstone. Chocolate. Check these out. These are graduated, smooth rondelles in the chocolate moonstone. TG89, $60 only. $60. TG89, $60. 2 strands only available in the chocolate moonstone. Look at that chatoyance. Almost every single one of them has a little bit of flash there for you. Some of them have a lot of flash there for you. TG89, $60, chocolate moonstone. Told you we got to speed up, everybody. Sorry.
We got too busy with the talking.
Yeah, we did. All right. Now this is the new thing. This is the new thing. And you may like this, you may not.
Oh my gosh, I think it's so cool.
It is super cool.
But it's not going to be for everybody.
It's not for everybody. It is expensive because of the base stone they start with. So these are a treated opal. They are natural opals that are treated.
It's not plastic.
It's not plastic. And look at these.
Aren't they fun? Even if it's not for you, aren't they fun?
Right? But look, they have that true opal flash in them. But they are treated to have the color.
That's some T-Swift one.
This is your high-end T-Swift.
She a billionaire. She high-end already.
She is, but you're going to go to the concert. This is going to be different when you make your own with
she
these.
Gonna think you a billionaire.
Right? There you go. But look, you can still see that opal flash through all those colors.
I think they're so cool.
I think these are super cool. We do not know if you will like these. We do not know if we will sell these, but we had to have them because they are one of the new things. This is a big thing starting to happen. And we wanted to make sure that we could bring them to you.
Some party colors.
The party colors. So these are graduated smooth rondelles of natural opal that's been treated to have all these beautiful colors. But they do it in a way that they don't hinder the flash of the opal, which is crazy spectacular to me. Like, I don't know how they do that. Whatever process they use, it doesn't hinder the flash of the opal. Now, like I said, these are a little bit of an expensive date, $125 a strand. This is the best price we can give you. They will have to go up a little bit when they go in the online store. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with these. They may sell out tonight. They may not. I don't know. But these are TG90, $125 a strand. If you want to be on the cutting edge of this trend, this is your chance. Some people like to be right on that edge. Some people like to see how it plays out. All right. TG90, $125 a strand. And again, you can be sure these are the real deal opal with us. These are not plastic or fakes.
I think the plastic is cool, but it's not the same.
No, it's definitely not the same. All right. Now, this is the same, just different. All right. So these are treated opals. They start with a natural opal. These are a little bit less party color. These are more of what's the word?
I'd say subdue, but that's not.
No.
Saturated.
No.
Technicolor.
Like Easter colors. What are they?
Pastels.
Thank you, Susan. Yes. These are more pastel-y in color. And these are faceted rondelles. So you can really see that opal flash a little bit better sometimes when they're faceted. And you can see how even though they're treated to have the different colors throughout, you don't lose that opal flash in them. So these are 100 a strand, TG91. TG91. And if these don't sell, I'm making myself a bracelet out of these. I'm going to do it. Andrew just looked at me. So why are you looking at me funny? Look at that. I'm not afraid. I'll do it. I'll do it. I think those are really cool. I love them. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, everybody.
I have some beads that would go with that.
Of course you have beads that will go with that. All right, everybody. So these are TG91. I know I said we're speeding up, but because these are new and they're kind of the new thing, we wanted to make sure you get a good look at these.
Some David Christensen.
David Christian. That would go, actually.
Is that the name?
Yeah.
The
furnace glass. Cheryl says, think birthday present. They're good colors. Very good colors. If Andrew gets to have some, if Andrew gets to have some strands, so do I. So do I. He says, we're different. We're different. No, not when it comes to this. There it is. I'm going to make me some rainbow power bracelets.
That was cool.
David Christensen.
Those for my own particular use.
With those. What? How fun is that going to be?
I know y'all know somebody.
No, y'all know somebody. Look at that. Real opals. Real David Christensen glass. Look at that little one. I'm going to float those on there. Do some floaty floats. That'd be really cool. All right. So there you go. Enough playtime. Got to keep moving.
He's like, it's already long
It's
enough.
already long enough. We got to keep going. People are either interested or they're not in those. I can't force it. You're either going to love those or not.
Look at these before we keep going. I made those.
I didn't see the ones you actually made on the air, so I don't. How are these different?
I added amethyst to these.
Ah.
And then they have a different kind of ear wire.
Oh, I love these little ear wires.
So it's got more of like a Roman.
Yeah, we use these in your new earring collection for the New Day collection.
The purple contrasts the yellow of the gold, and that's why I use that. So sometimes when people use amethyst, they think that you can only use silver.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the contrast of the warmth of the yellow.
Okay, everybody. Some of the nicest amethyst we've had in a long time. Check these out. Teresa's asking if you're selling the earrings, Andrew.
T-Swift. Those will go online. William will add them.
Yeah, we'll get them in the online store. These are amethyst, graduated faceted rondelles, TG92, $115, just because of the sheer quality and quantity of them on these.
It's got a healthy weight.
It's got a very healthy weight. These are big stones. Big stones, y'all.
This is a good, how they call carat weight.
Yes. These are 16-inch strands of gorgeous faceted amethyst. Nice big stones on these. You see those? Look how pretty. I just love amethyst. It's my birthstone. I have to love it, right?
Birthday's coming up.
My birthday is coming up. My birthday's coming up in what, 8 days?
You almost have enough for your trip.
I know. We're working on it. We're working on it. I'll be very excited if we have enough for the trip, for the class.
I'm gonna sleep in the car in the snow.
Let's not do that. Let's also have a place to stay. Let's try and make sure that happens too.
We have enough for the class, but for the
right.
place to stay.
For the place to stay.
Have the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay, everybody. Gray Moonstone. TG93. Look at this gray moonstone. These are the faceted drops. Look at those. They have such beautiful color and chatoyance to them. This is amazing quality, and it's only $48 a strand. Each strand is about 8 inches, a little over 8 inches. Lennis is asking if we're going to do other tumbler designs. Yes.
We're working on it.
Andrew's going to give me artwork for the February. We're a little bit late on the February tumbler.
We're a little bit busy.
Yeah, we've been a little busy. I was going to pull some artwork, but Andrew's like, no, I want to give you something new. So that's what we're doing. But we will. So this is TG93, $48. Only 2 strands available. And one of those strands has sold already. TG 94. Yes, we're going to do a lot of different tumbler art pendant. I got a sublimation system. I can't just let it sit around.
No.
But I also don't take Andrew's artwork without him telling me I can.
That cause problems.
That would cause problems. So there are some that I've tried, and he's like, nope, nope, nope. And then got the veto, and sometimes he says, yep, and then I can do it. Look at this amethyst, everybody. These are graduated smooth pebbles. Yeah, they're graduated. Graduated smooth pebbles. Beautiful clarity in the amethyst on these. $88 a strand only. TG 94. TG 94. And these strands are 16 inches, a little over 16 inches. And I'm not going to show you both because we're speeding it up. We're speeding it up. They're both very similar. Couldn't tell one from the other if I asked. Now here is one of these tonight that we're giving you a very good deal on. They said sometimes we give you an extra good deal. And this is one of those. This is chocolate moonstone. These are chocolate moonstone drops. These are only
Chocolate drops.
Chocolate drops. Only $45 for the strand. $45 for the strand.
I like that band, by the way.
What band?
Chocolate drops.
Oh, I don't know that band.
I think they used to have a different name.
So we have 2 strands available. These are both $45 only for each strand. Super duper deal on these. TG 95. And these strands are 8-inch strands. Chocolate moonstone. Faceted drops. Graduated too. They done graduated. All right. Next up, we've got some lovely garnet for you. I'm just going to show you one of the strands here. We have a number of strands. I think we have 3 of these strands available. These are beautiful garnet. Look at the quality of that. Look at that deep, rich berry color. That's got the juice. Look at that.
See, he talks in memes too.
It's got the juice. I learned that from Andrew. I don't know if I've ever seen the meme.
You didn't see that little black boy?
The corn? Yeah, I did.
He loved the corn.
That's one I saw very early because I don't know why, but I saw that and he was so cute. TG 96, $50 for the strand. These berrylicious garnets. And these strands are 18-inch strands. They're longer than most of our strands tonight at 18 instead of 16 inches. TG 96.
It's more subdued tonight because I'm busy designing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have. I'm not.
What? You're not playing along as much, making me do all the work.
Because I'm playing with the stones.
Sandra says these almost look like grape garnet. They're very deep, very rich color.
That purpley almost.
All right. Next up, 1 strand available of this luscious rose quartz. Luscious rose quartz.
What's that band? Luscious something?
I don't know what that band is.
Luscious Jackson. My naked eye, something.
I know y'all, I don't know, are y'all tired of rose quartz? How can you get tired of rose quartz?
I'm gonna find that clip.
That movie? This is
the show.
that show, that's right, yeah. This is a 19-inch strand, graduated smooth rondelles of rose quartz, $75. One strand available, TG97. Susan says, I never tire of rose quartz. Good, good,
I know
good,
somebody who's tired of it.
good. From that show?
No,
Who?
none of our people.
Oh. Because it's pink. Next up, Neon Appetite. Microfaceted rondelles of Neon Appetite. $22 for each strand. We have 5 strands available. I'm showing you them all. Beautiful color. Neon Appetite. It's naturally like that. Isn't that wild?
I showed a piece when I used to have a desk here.
And these are 3mm faceted rondelles, Neon Appetite, and they are about 13-inch strands. So there you go. For all those of you grabbing, I know there are certain people that are grabbing up the microfaceted strands because I know these are great prices. So there's another great one for you, TG98.
Are people still watching?
We've got 20 people still watching. Thank you all out there. I know you're hanging out there with us. I know. All right. So here's all the kinds of quartz, right, Andrew? Is that what this is?
Correct.
You've got, and they're heavy. These are big strands. You've got the lemon quartz. You've got the smoky quartz. Look at the quality on those. You've got the rose quartz. You've got the amethyst. You've got the prasiolite. And back again. Amethyst, rose quartz, smoky quartz.
So if you don't want to get full strands,
Lemon
this is
quartz.
a great.
Yeah, if you love great quality, but you're like, I don't need a whole strand of amethyst.
Like if you're doing earrings, like how I'm doing, you don't necessarily need.
Yeah, giant strands. These are all super quality stones, and you're getting them for $110 for the strand. That's a great price, but you're getting such a diverse.
And that seems kind of spendy, but when you break it down, if you had to buy a strand of each of that
At that same quality,
then you're talking about like, how many is it? 500?
at least.
So this is, it's like how we do the luxury bead ones, but on a strand.
Mm-hmm. So that's TG99, $110. It's the quality in those that you're looking at. And yeah.
The facets are delightful.
Yeah, they are, you saw it. They are amazingly faceted, beautiful little facets. Lots of shine to those. And the last one for this evening, ending with a little one. Ending with a little one.
What?
I know. Sometimes we end with a bang, but this is a little bang. Little bang. This is a moonstone. This is a gray moonstone. Harry said that quartz is stunning. It really was. Oh, Andrew's breaking things.
That's what that.
TG100, $18 a strand only. Gray moonstone microfaceted rounds, 3 millimeters. It's just beautiful. Love those. They're about 12-inch strand, a little over 12 inches for the strands. And there you go. Gray moonstone. Beautiful chatoyance. Even though they're small, you still see it. And lots of nice flash from all those micro facets on there. So there you go. TG100. $18. And that is the show for tonight, y'all.
I was gonna, I need to find the right ear wires, but that's that Baltic Amber.
Another pair of earrings he's making. I like those metal pieces in between.
That, Hill Tribe.
Yeah, the Hill Tribe stuff. Those are going to be pretty earrings.
I need to find the right ear wires. I had some ear wires, but they were kind of too long for the profile. And then I had some other ones that were a little bit too ornate. So, you know, to me, it's like Goldilocks. So it's just right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's what I did.
All right.
Maybe T-Swift like that.
Okay. Let me flip the camera real quick, and then I'm going to say a quick goodbye because I have got to... Well, I've got to edit, and of course, the camera is going to mess up. There we go. Up here. Let me get this. Scoop one up here. This around. Hello again, everybody. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it was a long one today again. This is even longer, I think, than yesterday. 3.5 hours now. But we hope you enjoyed the gemstones. We hope you are enjoying the gemstone show. I will be taking the gemstones that we have so far that have not sold, and I will be doing reels and stories and photos of them, hopefully over this weekend. So if there's something you saw, you're waiting to see if we still have it, or you want to grab it before I do that, before it goes out to all of our social media and email and all that, I'm just giving you a fair warning on that. So we like you all to be able to get it because you are generally our biggest supporters. And so I like to let you all know what's going on. So thank you so much for tuning in. Anne says, thanks. There were some great treasures and I stayed awake. I hope I got some. I'm going to be checking that out. Yeah, maybe later tonight. I'm definitely going to be doing it later tonight. So if you've been waiting till the end of today to see everything before you put your votes in for what you want, now's the time to do that so that I can get those invoices out later tonight. I will be going through everything. As long as I don't fall asleep editing. I'm really worn out today for some reason. It's like only 11 o'clock and I'm like nodding off.
Insure.
Andrew's going to insure. So if they don't go out tonight, they'll go out tomorrow.
William, so, are you awake? Are you awake?
That's even worse. If I make a mistake on invoicing, that's no good. But invoices will probably go out tonight. So
I'll get those in. Wake you up.
And then I will be taking pictures and stuff tomorrow and starting to share over the weekend so people can rewatch these and see if there's anything else they like. Yeah, that's it. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate it so much. Anne says, I'd rather see you get some sleep. Yeah, I just don't like to leave anything undone. Like I'm trying to, at this point, we just got to stay caught up. That's my, like in my brain, because Barb's not here. So we're working on shipping and moving and all that. But I appreciate it, Anne. I do. So thank you again. We probably will not have any shows over this weekend. Here comes an incoming Tallulah. We'll probably not have any live shows over this weekend. Who knows? But we'll continue with more gemstones on Monday. All right. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of your support over these past few, well, years for some of you, but especially these past few months that have been extremely difficult for us. And for keeping us going while our physical store is closed. We appreciate you all so much, and we will see you back here on Monday, if not earlier. Bye, everybody.
See ya.